Hold on, I'm getting my kick set up. And get all my platforms going. Give me 1 second. We're about to do some tarot readings, y'all. We're going backwards today. If you're watching me on YouTube, you're watching the playback. Hello. We're going to go in the reverse order. Y'all know I do Aries through Pisces. So today we're going backwards. We're going to do Pisces through Aries. I'm just getting all my channels set up really quick. All right. Oh, shoot. Where's the thing at? Oh, here we go. Okay. Here we go. Welcome, y'all. Hold on. Let me get everything set up. It's very early. This is much earlier than I'm normally on here. So hopefully my normal folks will be on here. Let me set this up. All right, cool. That way I can see everything. Make sure I can see all my little channels. All right, so I'm on YouTube, TikTok, and Kick, and WAP. Okay, so we're on a lot of platforms. All right, so that should be good. Okay, uh-oh. Wait, hold on. This one needs to be... There we go. That way y'all can see me. YouTube is the one where it's saved, so we need to make sure y'all can see me the most. All right, so it's going to be up. Hi there on Kick. Welcome. It's going to be up on YouTube, time-stamped after we're done if you miss your zodiac sign or you want to go see anything. Yeah, so also during this, if you're watching the playback on YouTube, I know that there's going to be people asking like personal questions. We do personal questions as the little $5 Cash App questions that you guys can do. Other than that, everything is general. Good morning, welcome. Everything is general, so take what applies, all right? Now, also to explain that if it's like anything where I mention a certain zodiac sign, you don't know that zodiac sign, then just take the energy that is associated with that zodiac sign and it will apply to the scenario. All right, so just throwing that out there. Let me write down everything. I will take my little notes. I like to take notes just so I can remember what I did read. And that's just, for my own self. I was supposed to go live late last night. I took a nap and I did not wake up until an hour ago. So we're going to be up early this morning. I'm going to do this and then eat breakfast and go back to sleep or something. I don't know. Because I have to wait till Monday to trade. So thank y'all for the likes. Welcome, y'all. If it's any personal questions, these are going to be general, guys. If you want to do personal questions, you can do the $5 Cash App questions. It is the same as all my platforms. All of my platforms are the same. Username is EeshUrHeartOut. No underscores, numbers, anything like that. And this is we are on Kick, TikTok, YouTube, and WAP. All right. If you want personal readings, like an in-depth reading, you can subscribe to my WAP. It's in my TikTok bio, my YouTube description, my YouTube video description. You will find it. If you don't see the link, it's EeshUrHeartOut on there as well. All right. My name's Aisha. Welcome. Thank y'all for all the likes, subscribing, following. I appreciate y'all. Now, YouTubers, y'all are my like day ones. Y'all kind of far away. So if I don't see your comment right away, please. I'm on 3 different screens, so I'm not ignoring y'all. Feel free to, chime in, talk, all that good stuff. If you do spam a question over and over again, I will have to hide you for the benefit of the rest of the audience. All right, no shade to y'all. I'm sorry. I'm about to take you off. Welcome. All right, y'all, so we're going to get started. We're going backwards today. All right, so my last video, we went in the regular order. Good morning. I did not give Pisces a good reading at all. I was tired and I was starving to death. So I'm sorry to a Pisces. That's why I switched the order. So we're going Pisces, Aquarius, Capricorn, Sagittarius, Scorpio, Libra, Virgo, Leo, Cancer, Gemini, Taurus, Aries. If you guys are new to watching me, typically the energy from all the signs will kind of interconnect and things like that. Okay, so you will see certain cards coming out because it's kind of a theme. We're all interconnected, so on and so forth. Okay, so let's get started. We're gonna start with Pisces. Y'all can drop y'all signs in the chat. Let me know who's here. And also the way that I used to do it too, I used to do it where you would put your sign in the chat and we did that order. So I might start doing it that way once I get my audience back again. I haven't been doing these in a while. I took a break a couple of months, so I came back. So yeah, we rebuilding the platforms. All right, so we got Pisces, Virgo, Aquarius. Okay, cool. We going backwards today. So my Pisces and Aquarius, y'all don't gotta wait a whole hour. We got my fellow Sag. Okay, we got Leo. All right, shout out to y'all. Also, my TikTokers, please. The reason that I stopped going live on TikTok originally is because there were a million scam pages of me. There were literally 20 other pages of me. Do not get scammed. Okay, this is my only page. If that person does not ever go live, that is not me. I am always live on here. I will never, ever DM y'all for no readings. I will never DM you saying I'm going to do spell work for you. You got this energy on you. I'm going to take it all. That's not me. I don't do no spell work for nobody. Please do not get scammed. A lovely young lady did indeed almost get scammed, and they literally tried to threaten her. Please. It is just EeshUrHeartOut on all platforms. All right. My username is the same everywhere. If you don't say EeshUrHeartOut with no numbers, no underscores, that's not me. Shout out to the Capricorn. We got another Leo. We got another Sag. Okay, cool. All right, so we're going to get started. Okay, so it looks like kind of similar signs in here. Again, we're going backwards today. We're going to start with Pisces first. All right, get y'all a better reading because, listen, last time I for sure dipped out on y'all. I was so tired. Okay, let me open this chat up. All right, Pisces. Let me put my timestamps. If you're watching on TikTok, this is going to be saved on my YouTube, and you will be able to do the timestamp in the description if you miss your sign. Feel free to watch for your moon, rising signs, Mercury, all that good stuff if y'all know how to apply it to your birth chart. If you don't, I just recommend, focusing on that sun sign. All right, Pisces. So let's see. What's the scenario? What's the situation for my Pisces? What's the situation for the Pisces here? Okay, Angel. All right, so this is my Sagittarius card. Actually, this is the Temperance in the regular deck. We've been getting a lot of Sag energy in you guys' reading. You and Sagittarius are also both ruled by Jupiter. Okay, so that could be why it's coming out. Of course, you guys could have Sag rising, Sag moon, anything like that. If you do not know a Sagittarius, the energy associated with Sagittarius, this is the Temperance card, so it would be patience or anything around the Sagittarius theme, which is like traveling, expanding your horizons. It could be somebody that's foreign to you, foreign in nature, things like that. But the center of the reading, we will go with the Temperance. Is most likely Sagittarius energy. All right, so let's see. What about Angel here? Why is this? What about this energy? What is this in relation to you? And then we'll see what your role is and what's the most important energy for you to be in and get the tarot. Okay, so this person is innovation. All right, so they have created something. All right, this is the Magician. All right, they could, depend on who it is, they might be manipulative. All right, I'm being unbiased, but they've successfully created something, or they have all the tools to create something. What are they able to create here? And then we're going to get your role. What are they able to create? Okay, rebellion. All right, so it looks like that fits Sagittarius very well. I'm also getting to, this could be a Sag Capricorn combo or energy with a Sagittarius and a Capricorn, but this Sagittarius is able to find a way, find a loophole. If you don't know a Sagittarius, this could be like a teacher. All right, Sagittarius rules teaching as well. So say you're dealing with like a mentor, a teacher, something like that. They're able to find a loophole. All right, that's what's going on here. All right, so let's see. What is your, and with innovation, what I will say, if it wasn't working 9 times out of 10, I would have pulled finesse. So it looks like somebody has successfully found a way around something or around some sort of rule. I'm also getting to, rebellion doesn't have to be like Like, this to me is not like completely breaking a law or anything like that. I don't think it's legal. It could be something where it's a status quo situation and they're just different than the rest, which that pretty much fits. All right, so what role do you play here, Pisces? Let's see. Thank y'all for all the likes. Thank y'all for joining. What role do... Wait, that flew out. I'm not going to take it. That was too many cards. All right, what role do you play in this scenario, Pisces? Okay, style. All right, so this is Cancer energy. This is just like moving forward with your own way of doing something. All right, so maybe that's why this is interconnected, but you're moving forward successfully, moving on. This is the Chariot. It's also an energy of like taking the good with the bad here. All right. What other energy should you be in, Pisces? Let's see. What other energy should you be in? Okay, personality. So yourself. All right. What part of your personality do you need to show here? Now, also with this card, make sure that there is a good balance, right? You don't want to overshare. You always want to be yourself. You always want to be who you are, but you don't want to overshare too much. All right, but what part of your personality needs to show here? What part of your personality do you need to tap into, Pisces? And then we'll get the tarot for y'all. Okay, guidance. All right, so if you're willing, you know, this, like I said, this is a teacher energy. So I feel like with guidance, if you actually want to listen to somebody, you actually need advice, that is okay. Maybe somebody's going to give you some sort of advice on how to find a loophole in a scenario. All right, so also with this energy, with the style card, if you know the Chariot is depicted as driving, right? So don't feel like you have to be in the lead. It's okay for you to listen. Like, everybody has to learn and listen from other people from time to time, and there's nothing wrong with that. All right, let's see what else you may need guidance in. What might you need guidance with? And this is general, so don't be talking about, oh, I don't need no guidance. It is what it is. I'm not here to argue with anybody. Y'all take what resonates. But what do you need guidance with? You have inspiration. If anybody's dealing with an Aquarius, you may need guidance with dealing with an Aquarius. If you don't know an Aquarius, Aquarius rules groups of people. All right, so you may need guidance when it comes to dealing with large groups of people, things like that. I'm also getting too literal inspiration. Maybe you're like, okay, where do you get your inspiration from? I need to figure out, like, you know, maybe you're in a state where you're just kind of going with the flow, or you want to go on a different path and you're like, what inspired you? So on and so forth. All right, so let's see. But that is my Aquarius card. So the signs out so far, we got Sag, Cancer, and Aquarius in your reading, in case those are important people to you. Thank you for the follow, Joaquin. Welcome. All right, thank you for the share as well, Rens. Let's get 8 cards. I try not to say people's names sometimes because it'd be like, you know how you join somebody live, they be like, Aisha. I'm like, oh shit. Don't say my name. All right, so let's see. You said, why is it hard to leave your relationship even though you know it's going downhill? You may feel like there is no other option, or all the time that you put into your relationship, but that's okay. Try to remember that you can have another relationship as easily as you had that one. All right, let's get 8 cards. Life is short too, so if you want to keep going downhill, it's up to you. All right, the 4 of Swords. You got the Knight of Cups, Queen of Pentacles, the Hangman. So Pisces, this is your energy. You are the Hangman in the tarot to me. Again, this is just how I read. If you read your own tarot, you watch other readers, it's all good. But on this channel, the Hangman is a Pisces. All right, you got the Death card, 2 of Swords, the Justice, and then the Page of Swords. Okay, so I feel like there's something with you. There is a lot of people in your reading. I feel like you may need guidance or help when it comes to a Scorpio or some sort of changes in your life. You're looking at the effects of you and a Scorpio, or you're looking at you're observing the effects of a major change that you went through. You're looking at a different perspective here. Let's see where Sagittarius comes in at. It's like you don't know what to do. For some of you, this could be your child. You don't really know what to do with your child. Others of you, I feel like literally you're trying to find your inspiration after a major shift, a major change. All right, let's see what else this is here. What are you doing in the Hangman, Pisces? Okay, mood. So like I said, if you're trying to find inspiration, you could feel a little sad, depressed, bored. This can also be like some sort of regret. What do you regret here? What's wrong? What could be bothering you? I feel like too, the hangman is about a perspective. So I feel like when I say you're looking back at something and you're observing how it went or how it occurred, you don't really like how it turned out. All right, what might you regret or be bothered by here? Okay, passion. So now, hey, we're going to, y'all are grown. Y'all know what passion is. You could regret like dating somebody, having sex with them, things like that. I feel like there was something that you once desired that you don't want anymore. You're observing it differently. What is the change? What was the scenario before? Because we're going to see what the death card was. Oh, okay, hustle. Okay, so I feel like you were receiving money, income. You had an opportunity. What happened to this opportunity? Something, there was a lot of money involved. What happened to this opportunity here? Or intuition? Okay, and fluidity. Okay, if there's this, was there a Sag involved that was generating income or giving you some sort of advice or giving you an opportunity? What does somebody's intuition tell them to do here? Interesting. Emotions. And then confident. Okay. Okay. So if there was an opportunity to work with somebody, if you're in mood, this person, there's a combination where it's like, okay, I can't get emotionally attached because it's going to mess up the money or it's going to mess up the opportunity here. There has to be a separation between your emotions and the actual financial opportunity itself. What action did you take with passion, or what did you desire? Like, you regret the passion or you regret the action that you took? Yeah, you got skill, finesse. Okay, here we go. So remember at the beginning I said that innovation means it's working, finesse means it's not. So I feel like you're something that you desired or some sort of impulsive action that you took, that is what messed up your plan. That is what messed up what you were trying to create for yourself. So try not to move on impulse here. Now, you might have to be more calculated if you're trying to find a rebellious way out, or you're trying to find a loophole. You have to be calculated in order to do that. Let's see what was your intended outcome. What's your intended outcome, Pisces? Okay, dominance. So you did want to control a situation, or you wanted to be the most. Now, because angel, innovation, and rebellion, if you were trying to dominate a Sagittarius, or you were trying to control this energy, control this person, they were able to find a loophole. They were able to not be dominated or controlled. What were you trying to dominate here? It's like you want full control over. Okay, yeah. So this is what you need guidance with, right? So first of all, okay, there's a couple of ways this could go. The thing that you regret is your passion, right? So if you were inspired to do something, triggered to do something, you kind of acted on that like immediate impulse. Okay, so that's what you need the guidance with. Like, how do I channel those impulses? Passion can also be anger. Like, maybe something triggered you to be angry. You did something that you regretted. You acted on impulse. You have to, it's like, okay, maybe you see something, it makes you angry, it triggers you. All right, how are you going to channel that energy? What are you going to do with that trigger? You can't just automatically act on it, right? Now, these are people. Say somebody has a child, because I do see the Page of Swords here. This could be like an Aquarius child, maybe. If you have a child, it's like, you know that your child is observing something. You were trying to control this child's actions. You can't control your own child, or like, you have to let them go on their own path. They have to live their own life. You're trying to control them. What did you want to, it's like also you're trying to control your urges, your impulses. Maybe you're attracted to somebody with passion and you're just acting off those impulses. But if you acted off of some sort of like sexual impulse or angry impulse, you kind of messed up. You messed up the money. You messed up the finances here. How was this individual able to do it? Because they have innovation and rebellion. Let's see, what's missing? What might have been missing from your plan or your intentions? Let's see. I meant to turn off that AI summary on TikTok. It's kind of weird. All right. Let's see. Let's see. What was missing from what you were trying to do? Now, this is a person outside of you. You can't control somebody else. It's just, especially if this is actually an Aquarius. If you know an Aquarius, I don't know if you can control any Aquariuses. That's just me. I know a lot of Aquariuses. I don't know if you can control them like that. But let's see. So what's missing from your plan, or what's missing from you being able to control these impulses, Pisces? Let's see. Resistance. Yeah, I feel like as soon as something triggers you, you're acting right away. If you're trying to control another individual, they're going to resist. That's human nature. It's very hard to control an Aquarius, period. There's certain people you can probably get away with that, but I wouldn't recommend it with that. But yeah, if you're trying to figure out why something isn't working, you're not able to resist certain temptations, impulses, things like that. Let's see what else this person's able to rebel against, because I feel like you're trying to I'm not going to say you're trying to compare yourself, but you may want to be in a similar position. Let's see. So what is the rule here that this person's able to rebel against, or what is the norm? Okay, truth. Okay, so I feel like a truth. This what's getting me. I feel like you saw something that may bother you. You may see something that triggers you, makes you angry. You may I feel like too, they understand. If they can see the truth in a scenario, they understand, like, okay, I know that that makes me angry, or I know that that's going to make me attracted to somebody. I need to pull back, or I know I'm going to be triggered to do this action. They understand that truth. They can see what it is. They're kind of accepting of it. Again, if you're trying to dominate something or control something, this person most likely can see the truth about that situation and know, like, okay, I'm not going to be able to control that, or I have no control over that, right? So I'm going to give you another example. Say the trigger was like, say for instance, you wanted to lose weight. The trigger is alcohol. You like to drink, you like to go out, things like that. This person would know that about themselves and not go out and drink. This person would, like, okay, wait, I know I'm going to be triggered to do this. I know I'm going to trigger to want to smoke. I know I'm going to be triggered to want to fight. Maybe there's certain content that you're seeing and it triggers you to want to argue, or, things like that. They're like, nah, that's going to make me mad. That's going to make me do this. They know that. They accept that truth. All right, so what are they doing that could be rebellious here? Let's see. See, mood, that's the thing. You're in mood. So it's like they know that they understand their regrets differently. Some things, but for some reason it's not working for you. So I feel like too, that's probably the part that bothers you, is that somebody's finding a loophole or they're rebellious. So what does this person know triggers them? It's like they know that they will regret it. It's like you're not in the, it's almost like you guys are in the same position, but you don't understand why it's working for them and not you, because I don't think they're trying to control anything. What might this individual or this energy regret here? Okay, so they have pride, you have passion. This is the Six of Wands. So when they're in this position, what did they end up doing? Let's see. So they regret acting out of pride. Okay, luck. So when they had another opportunity, they learned from that lesson. This is the Wheel of Fortune. They either created another opportunity for themselves, or when they learned, like when they were like, okay, I regret doing that. When they had another opportunity, they didn't make the same mistake again. So it's really, I feel like this is about you, Pisces, learning what your triggers are. What did this energy have another opportunity to do here, so that you can kind of, you don't have to do the same thing as them, of course, but what's the, hey, y'all, welcome. Thank y'all for the follows. What does this person have another opportunity to do? guidance. See, that's the thing. The part of your personality that needs to come out is guidance. You need to be in an energy where you're willing to listen. This person was like, okay, bet. When I get this chance again, I'm actually going to take the advice. I'm actually going to listen. I'm actually going to learn from the mistake that I made before. That's the only difference. I feel like you may try to act like you're okay with what's going on, or like you don't need any guidance, you don't need any help. It is perfectly fine to take advice from other people, or it's perfectly fine to like learn from that mistake and put that pride to the side here. So what was this energy guided to do, or what was this person guided to do when they got a second chance? What were they guided to do? We can see that it deals with emotions. Okay, perspective. So they were like, no, I'm going to view it. And I said that in the beginning, the hangman is perspective. They were like, I'm going to go into this in a different attitude, from a different vantage point. I'm not going to view it that way. I'm going to change my attitude towards this scenario and move accordingly. All right, so that is what's going on here. What is the outcome here for you, Pisces? We're on Pisces right now, if y'all just now joining. Yeah, respect. So there, it's like, you know the rule, you know the regulation, you know the status quo, you get it now, you know what's going on. This could be even your own standards, right? So it's like, okay, I know me, I know my impulses, I know what I need to learn from. You know that now. You could be dealing with a Taurus. Yeah, see, there's pride again, perspective. So it's all about perspective. It's all about, you know, changing how you view the scenario. All right, y'all. So that was Pisces. I'm going to write this down. All right, y'all. So we're going to do Aquarius. Aquarius is next. I'm looking at the wrong screen. So if y'all just now joining, if you're on TikTok, I'm also up on YouTube and Kick and WAP. This will be saved up on YouTube to where you're able to watch it again. It will be timestamped for you to find your signs. And we're going backwards in the zodiac. So I always alternate. In case you're new here, I'll go from Aries to Pisces and then Pisces to Aries the next time. So next time y'all come back, if you're an early sign, if you're an Aries, you will be first. You know, Aries, Taurus, Gemini, y'all will be first. I do that because I know these videos are long. They be like 2.5, 3 hours long, and I be tired. I'm hungry right now, but we gonna go through it and we gonna finish up. I wanted to make sure I got y'all a message because I missed y'all yesterday. So you said Aquarius is not for the weak. Yeah, you cannot control an Aquarius. Good luck with that. My best friend's an Aquarius. My mother is an Aquarius. Good luck. It's like, nah. All right, in case they're watching. I'm just kidding, guys. Okay. All right, Aquarius is. Let's see. Aquarius is up next, matter of fact. Again, we're going backwards. We did Pisces. If you missed Pisces, it starts at 7 minutes on my YouTube. All right, Aquarius. I know we got Pisces. I know we had an Aquarius, a Leo, a Sag, a Capricorn in here. What other signs do we have in here so far? All right, Aquarius, let's see. I'm building my Kick up. So, Kick, y'all let me know what y'all signs are, too. I know there's only 1 or 2 of y'all in there. Ooh, from Australia. Shout out to Australia. You said you hungry, you try to have self-control. Don't starve yourself. Now, I am going to eat. I am going to have me some pancakes. I made pancakes yesterday. It was my daughter's birthday. So that's why I missed y'all yesterday. It was a lot going on. It was a lot. It was too much. All right, let's see, Aquarius. Let's see. What situation is going on for my Aquariuses? What's the main situation for y'all? Okay, mood. Again, this just came out in the Pisces reading. Pisces regrets their actions. They were trying to control you, if you know a Pisces, okay? So the scenario here could be, you know, like a regret, wishing that you did something different. There could be, you know what else mood could be? Could be shame, just depending on what's going on. But let's see what's going on here. What is the regret in this scenario, or what's triggering emotions here? Okay, potential. I'm gonna get one more, and then rebellion, literally. So it looks like you're the center of this. Somebody is upset because they wanted to control you. There could also be like a Sag creating a loophole for you, Aquarius. Is maybe that's the issue. Like and I'm just using these signs because that's what came out, but you guys can put whatever signs work for you, right? Like, so say the Pisces is upset. They're trying to control you. It's almost like a Sag found a loophole for you or something like that. Okay, but we can see that we're able to find a loophole here that is going to trigger somebody or bother someone. What role do you play here, Aquarius, in your reading? Let's see. Style. So you're in the same position as Pisces. You and Pisces are coming out in the same cards. Okay. All right, so we see how this is going to go. Now, this is Cancer energy. Typically, you could be dealing with a Cancer or have a Cancer placement. Okay, so Aquarius, first of all, I do recommend, if you're watching this, to watch the Pisces reading. I'm saying this for the people that may have watched the YouTube playback. But I do recommend that you watch the Pisces reading back at 7 minutes. But in your reading personally, you're moving forward with something. You're taking the good and the bad. Cancer is an emotional energy, so you are minding your emotions in the current moment. All right. But style is like having also your own way of doing something, and it is working for you. Like, this is your own way of doing it. You're moving forward in that style or fashion. All right, what other energy is it important for you to be in, Aquarius? Okay, voice. Okay, what do you need to speak up about here? What do you need to speak on? Connectivity. You may feel like, so this can be the Eight of Swords. You may feel trapped. I feel like you need to speak your mind on something that you're continuously thinking about. What are you continuously thinking about, or what do you feel stuck kind of dealing with here? Dominance. Yeah. So I feel like somebody keeps trying to control you. I feel like it's a Pisces. Now, if this is like your parent, you know, you gotta, oh no, you gotta pick and choose what you can do. But I feel like, yeah, you're like, why are you trying to control me? You keep trying to control my every move. Or what is somebody trying to control about you if you're not dealing with a Pisces? But what does somebody want to dominate or control here? Yeah, fluidity. It's almost like something has ebbs and flows. It's up and down. This would be like somebody trying to control a river or an ocean. So maybe somebody doesn't allow you to express your emotions. Maybe somebody doesn't allow you to be sad, happy. It's like, no, you can't be happy today. No, you can't be sad today. Or somebody wants something to be like very stagnant. I'm also getting to this card can be about like wanting to experiment, wanting to explore different things. And somebody's like, no, you're not allowed to learn that. You're not allowed to explore that. So I feel like, you know, if you're in a scenario where you can speak up for yourself, then, you know, that's what you're going to have to do. Now, if it's a scenario where you cannot speak up for yourself, voice can be the other polarity, where you learn to keep things to yourself. Maybe this is not a person that you can celebrate something with. Maybe you can't tell somebody like, yeah, I don't feel good today, or, you know, I'm happy that I got this, that, and the third. Maybe you have to start keeping that to yourself. So you guys find like that balance for you. But let's see what these 8 cards are real quick. Let's get the tarot for that. Let's see. Oh, his dad trying to control an Aquarius rising. Let's get 8 cards. Oh my goodness. If y'all asking personal questions, I'm not ignoring y'all. Okay, we got the High Priestess out the gate. This is my favorite card because that means automatically following intuition. Now in the Aquarius reading, we did mention that the person that was able to find a loophole here, they followed their intuition in doing so. They knew fluidity, they knew to go with the flow, or they knew they had to experiment. Yeah, High Priestess, Queen of Wands. The Sag did come out in the Aquarius, in the Pisces reading too. All right, so the High Priestess, Queen of Wands, there's the Ace of Wands, Seven of Pentacles. So yeah, intuition, they know that they're going to get triggered. The Ace of Wands is your inspiration, or the Ace of Wands is something that kind of sparks you to do a certain thing. Yeah, there's a resistance, the King of Swords, being logical. There's a Seven of Swords. That's why, okay, so literally, this is literally what I said about Pisces trying to control an Aquarius. Like, this is word for word, bar for bar. Like, all right, there's the King of Wands, there's the truth, and then there's the Nine of Wands. So I feel like the truth about something is being okay to be singled out, or being okay being different. But let's get some more info here. What's the High Priestess know to do here? What is intuition telling us here in this scenario? Yeah, connectivity. You feel trapped, or you feel stuck. I'm also getting to, like I said in the other reading, the reason they were able to do something differently, they changed their perspective. So this person, if they're trying to change something, right? If they're trying to learn from a regret or a mistake, they're like, yeah, the reason I did that was because I keep viewing it the same way. But what do we have a trap perspective about? Like, what is this about here? Mood. Yeah, it's like regrets or shame. So, okay, if there's a scenario where there's something where we regret it, take it as a lesson. If there's something where you feel ashamed of something, there's most things, unless you're doing something like completely like disgustingly disgusting, there's no need to feel ashamed of it. So like, if we're talking about shame here, what do I mean by that, right? Like, there's mistakes that we make that are not, they may be detrimental to us, or certain mistakes that we make or something like that, that you may feel ashamed of just because people may know, or, but it's like, it's not illegal. It's not, you're not hurting somebody. You're not hurting your children. You're not hurting yourself, things like that. Those things are like, okay, you're just ashamed because people know, or like, that's not the typical scenario that you're supposed to be in. So if that's the case, you need to take that and transmute that energy and just be like, okay, well, I regret that. So when I get another opportunity, I'm not going to make that mistake again. If this is about like sadness, there could be like a scenario where like, okay, this made me sad, blah, blah, blah. If we're talking about fluidity, you're never going to be happy 24/7. So maybe there's a scenario where it's like, oh, I don't want to do that again. I'm going to be sad again, blah, blah, blah. Yeah, that's fine. But something else is going to make you sad down the line. You're going to be sad throughout your life. You're going to have sadness and happiness. You have to have a balance. But it's like, I feel like too, this person knows like, okay, this is associated with shame. This person's always going to be ashamed of this. This person's always going to feel guilty about this. So they're moving accordingly. If we have 7-7 here, so I do see something is not going to be able to work. Let me see what the Seven of Swords is here. What is the intention in this reading? What is the intended outcome here? Passion. See, so this person knows that something is supposed to get them to act impulsively. If this is about sex, this person knows somebody's intentions is sex. They know that, or like literally this could be sex, lust. If you guys are like, well, I'm celibate or I'm not dating anybody, that's fine. It could just be like, somebody knows like, okay, this is supposed to make me act impulsively, make me angry, make me upset. But if we are talking about that, because we're all grown, like somebody's like, yeah, the intention is sex. So we already know that. What actually occurs here in the outcome, y'all pick and choose what message apply, y'all. Don't, it's general, it's general. So what's the actual outcome here? Yeah, potential. So somebody's looking at something from like tangible. They're like, okay, wait, before I take this action, or hey, even if it's like, okay, before I have sex with this person, what does this have even the potential to grow into? What's the point? Or what can this become? What role do you play down here in these 8 cards, Aquarius? Okay, vision. So you are, what do you see here? You're able to see, you're able to observe this. I feel like you can see that somebody's like trying to control you or something like that. But what else are you able to see here, Aquarius? Okay, you got love, spirituality, self-love, and then one more, and then emotions. All right, let's see. So love, spirituality, self-love, and emotion. So there probably is some type of spiritual belief system surrounding love versus self-love, or a religious belief system. You have to be very mindful and careful with that. But let's see what else. What are you able to observe here? All right, there's 8 of Pentacles. There's a Chariot. You're in the Chariot position. So you can see something that's repetitively occurring to you right now. Right now, you're in this position. You could be dealing with a Cancer. All right, you said it's getting spicy. All right, yeah, so you're repetitively doing... It's like somebody's repetitively working on you or telling you what to do. There's the Wheel of Fortune. Here's your opportunity. The way that this looks to me is like somebody's like trying to control your opportunities. If you're in the Chariot position, you're here, right? And there's a person here like showing these 2 people. It's like the wheels are controlling you almost, even though you're supposed to be in control. All right, so you're going to see like a repetitive cycle. I'm also getting 2. You're going to see that you're going to get another chance at something. You get another opportunity at something. Okay, so if there's any shame, guilt, regret, you're going to get another opportunity to fix it in this case. All right, all hope is not lost. If this is about relationships, you may see that like, okay, the intention... I'm just going to keep it a buck. If we're talking about love and passion, we're all human. I mean, the reason you like people is because you're sexually attracted to them and things like that. That could be what you're realizing. It's a repetitive cycle of that, or that's something you can't control. You can't control what you desire or what you like, what you're attracted to, what excites you, things like that. You can just control how you respond to it. All right, so let's see what else we can get here. What other energy should you be in, Aquarius? And then we'll see the outcome for you guys. All right, so hustle. So right now I see there's a time, if you're thinking about like taking an opportunity, go ahead and do that. If you're thinking about taking a financial opportunity, go ahead and do that. All right. All right, what's the outcome here for you? Now, if we're talking about love and hustle, I would also add... If the intention is sex, man, make sure you're getting... People don't like to hear this, but make sure that it's worth your while. Sex is how long? Like, how long is that going to last? You know, pregnancy lasts forever. Some STDs last forever. Heartbreak can last a lot longer than that sex did. Make sure your life is stable. Make sure you're taking on opportunities. Don't give up opportunities out of love or romance, or... You know, make sure that when the dust settles, you have something stable to fall back on in a way, or make sure that something is actually providing you stability. All right, let me get the outcome for you guys. But yeah, if another opportunity comes up, take that opportunity. What's the outcome for you, Aquarius? Let's see. Yeah, you got confidence, knowledge, and respect. Yeah, there we go. So it's like, yeah, I know the rules now. I know the regulations. I know what works for me. I know how to use my own personal resources. All right. So that was Aquarius. Let me write down my little notes. I like to remember what I did. All right, I'm not ignoring anybody. If y'all have personal questions, you can do the $5 Cash App questions, or you can subscribe to the WAP. That's how you get personal readings. These are general. We're going by zodiac sign, and today we are going backwards. So I always alternate. All right, so I started with Pisces today. If you're watching me on TikTok, Kick, or WAP, I am up on YouTube. This will be saved and time stamped. All right. Hey, so we're on Capricorn. We got any Capricorns? If you don't want to say you're a Capricorn, you don't want everybody to know your business. That's okay too. You don't have to tell us because we're about to get all up in your grill. We're going to get in your business right now. So, hi, welcome. Thank you for the follow. I appreciate y'all. Thank y'all for the likes, follows, subscribes. Thank y'all for the support. My TikTokers, again, just got to give the disclaimer. Do not get scammed. This is my only page. I will never DM you for readings. I'm never going to tell you that I'm going to do spell work on you. Please, 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 please. That is not me. If it has any numbers, underscores, anything, that is not me. All right. All right, Capricorns. Hi, y'all. Capricorn and Venus. All right, so let's see. What is the scenario for my Capricorns? Y'all on here early. Maybe I'll start coming on here early in the morning. I didn't think y'all be on here this early. All right, what's the scenario for my Capricorns? Okay, courage. All right, courage. That's the center of the reading. All right, we got Remy Ma here. Could be a Gemini. That's one of my Gemini cards. All right, so courage is the center of the reading. What do we have the courage to do? Or say it could be somebody else around you. But courage to do what here? Ooh. Let's see. Courage to do what? Okay, courage to personality. Courage to be yourself. Courage to speak out. Courage to be an individual. Be different. All right. What other role do you play here, Capricorn? Because this could be you, Aquarius. But what other role do you play in this scenario? Let's see, Capricorns. Okay, determination. All right, so you're very focused. This is tenacity. All right. Yes, I do one-on-one. You can click the link below and subscribe for one-on-one readings. You say you wake up at 4 a.m. Ooh, girl. Nah, I might do that. I might do it early before I start like trading and stuff. All right, so determined, focused. All right, what are you focused on, Capricorns? What are you determined to have here? Okay, perspective, attitude. So I feel like right now you're trying to focus best on your mindset. You want a good mindset going into something. You're very focused. Your perspective on what? Let's see, perspective on what? I feel like, too, if this has anything to do with getting to know people, you're big on, like, okay, how does this person think? You know, what would be their perspective on this type of scenario? So I feel like that's what you're doing here. But, all right, so attitude towards what here? Okay, sexuality. This could be the opposite sex. Again, this is another Gemini card, so it just depends if you guys are dealing with Geminis. Thank you. Thank you for letting them know. Oh, also, I think you're a Pisces. I did do Pisces back at 7 minutes in case you missed it. But yeah, so you're like, okay, what's your perspective on the genders, the opposite sex? It could be literal sex, sexuality. All right, this is dating, things like that. So I feel like if you're getting to know somebody or something like that, you're like, how do they view women, or how they view men, how they view the genders, things like that. All right, what other energy should you be in here, Capricorn? Okay, spirituality. All right, so there needs to be a spiritual connotation to this, or like a spiritual element to this. Now with spirituality, this could be a card where you need to meditate. Maybe you guys want to learn how to do your own cards. All right, maybe you have a dream, you need to write those dreams down, things like that. This is a good time for you to have some sort of spiritual belief system. I'm also getting to, if we're talking about perspective on genders, spirituality and religion plays a huge part in that for all the genders. We are all, for the most part, when we're born, for the most part, depending on how your parents raised you and things, or what community of people you were in, most of us were raised under a religion. And as we all know at this point in 2026, all religions are male, very male centered. Okay. You look at, you look at Christianity, there was no woman involved. They barely, Catholics do talk about Mary because she gave birth to Jesus, but all the other denominations is Jesus and the Holy Spirit, and it ain't no and it's God. It ain't no women involved in a damn thing. So even if you're Muslim, the men are the head of something. If you're Hindu, if you're Buddhist, if you're Jewish, it's masculine energy rules it. So if we're talking about something religious or spiritual, that is going to have an effect on somebody's perspective on sexuality, right? On the genders. Even with religion and spirituality in general, when it comes to sex, right? Women are typically shamed about having sexual desires or wanting sex, or things like that. But on the flip side, the men can have 50 wives. So you just gotta, yeah. So, but your energy here, your advice is spirituality. All right. Okay, my bad, y'all. Got a little frozen there. My alarm popped up. Let me know if y'all can hear me, because sometimes when it does that, the sound will go out. I hope it doesn't, but they'll let me know in the chat. But yeah, so spirituality is your advice. Capricorns, if you're losing hope on anything, this can also be a card of being optimistic. That is, typically when we're sad or we're going through something, that's when we turn to, praying and meditating and calming ourselves down, things like that. So let's get 8 cards for you, Capricorns. This may also encourage you to do your own readings, get your own cards, stuff like that. All right, so let's see. With courage and personality, if these are certain religious or spiritual belief systems that you do have, make sure that you are not ashamed of, what you believe in and things like that, especially the lady tarot folks. And they're always talking down on us if we do tarot or if we like astrology. So you just gonna have to, it is what it is. Yeah, there's a 9 of Swords. So remember, the center of your reading is courage. So there is a worry here. All right, so let's see. Got 9 of Swords, 4 of Cups, 5 of Cups, the 4 of Swords. Interesting. So it's almost like there could be an energy where it's like, I regret being worried about that. Why was I worried about that? So it's like that's going to bring peace of mind here. Why was I worried about that from the get-go? Why did I regret that? Why was I ashamed of that? And we're talking about spirituality. The 4 of Swords is also a church, y'all. So that's a stained glass window. Okay, let's see. So the Queen of Swords, Page of Pentacles, and then the King of Swords. Also, it's interesting because in these 8 cards, there is no major arcana. So there is no major outside effect here other than worries. Let's see what the 9 of Swords is. What part of personality are we afraid to show here or afraid to embrace? Dominance. Okay, and you're reading, what is this? Controlling what? Dominating what? So something actually in your case could be more dominant. Okay, transition. Okay, so I feel like somebody's able to change their mind. They go from being very worried, very stressed, to being calm. And this could definitely be like perspective. That's why I feel like that's why you're focused on your perspective, right? You're like, I remember being worried about this. I remember being stressed about this. You might want to compare this to another time in your life. Like if you are stressed about something, try to remember a time where you were just, things were just fucked up and you just stressed, worried, blah, blah, blah. And then it just passed and you didn't have to worry about it anymore. Like for me, I always compare whatever my current struggle is. And this is just me. You don't have to do it like this. But I always compare my current struggle to when I went through postpartum, to when I first had my daughter by myself. When I was in that house by myself raising that baby, there will never be anything more traumatic or worse or blah, blah, blah than that. But it's like, even looking back at that, it was not as bad as it could have been, right? So it's something where I feel like you have an opportunity to compare it to something that was bad, but you have a good way of transmuting your energy here. So let's see what else is transition. So you did control how something moved from one state to the other. What was the starting point here? Okay, you got the Strength card. Okay, so if you were dealing with a Leo, you left a Leo behind. I get Capricorn and Leo together a lot sometimes. All right, now if you don't know a Leo, this is something being done repetitively. All right, what were you able to move towards here, Capricorns? This is something that's a part of you, though, so this is not hard for you to do. What were you able to move towards here? Yeah, innovation. All right, so I feel like you were being held back, or you kept repeating something, or you felt stuck. If you were dealing literally with a Leo, like you were dependent upon that Leo, or like you're able to move on from that. You're able to create something for yourself. What are you able to create for yourself now, Capricorns? And this is a part of you. I feel like you might be placed in a scenario where you're afraid to do this, but this is your personality. This is a part of you. It's going to be easy for you to do in comparison to someone else. What are you able to create for yourself, Capricorns? Okay, love. Yeah, you got love, dominance, and fluidity. So I feel like for you, now love can be your own community of people, friends, family, children, the people that you get along with, out whatever you do that you love, or whoever you get to be around. All right, so you're able to create that for yourself, and it doesn't have to be just romantic love. Even if somebody's watching this and they're like, I need to get out of a bad relationship with a Leo, or I need to get out of this repetitive bad relationship, you're going to be able to, love is fluid. You can fall in love tomorrow. Like, you don't have to stay with this person, or, something like that. But what are you worried about here? Let's see. Now you have inspiration. So you have Aquarius energy coming out in your reading. So you could be worried about what other people think. Aquarius rules groups of people. Again, if we're moving on from Leo energy, Aquarius is the opposite of that. They are polar opposites. So whatever you were able to move away from, whether it's an actual Leo or something repetitive, you're able to act. You were afraid to do the opposite. This is what you left behind, but you were able to move away from that. All right, so it's okay for you to do the opposite here. All right, what other energy should you be in here? So I feel like spirituality could be the thing that helped you before. Like spirituality helped me a lot. That's why I came back and made the channel. Because at first I was like, I didn't want people to be, because there's a fine line, right? You can be overly spiritual. Okay, you can definitely be overly spiritual. Please do not go down the rabbit hole to where you forget that you are still a human and you are still in real life. Okay, don't. Okay, well, that's a whole nother conversation. But I'll touch on it if it comes back up again. But please find a fine line between real life and spirituality. Okay, don't solely rely. I don't want anybody sitting in the house for all day doing cards, or still experience real life things like that. All right, so let's see. What is the outcome for you? What's the outcome for you? Vision. Okay, so you are going to be able to see something, and you are focused on your perspective. You're trying to open up your mindset. What are you going to be able to see for yourself, Capricorns? Ooh. Transition. Got ambition and passion. All right. So you're going to be able to see the transition. You're going to be able to see the shift. All right. I feel like this is a mental shift. You're going to be able to see that. It's going to be very clear for you. All right. Let me write this down. Okay, Sagittarius is next. No, this is my right hand. Is this a reflected? I don't know if the video is reflected, but I'm right-handed. I'm not a lefty. All right, we're doing Sag next. If you're watching me on TikTok, this is going to be up on my YouTube. It will be time stamped if you miss your sign. All right, we're going backwards today. I do switch. I go back and forth. So the next time you see me, we will be starting with Aries. All right. So, lip gloss. All right, let's see. Sagittariuses, my fellow Sages, welcome. Now, Sagittarius, you guys did, your energy came out in the Pisces reading, Angel. So, yeah, there's intuition. So, y'all did come out in the Pisces reading. If you need to watch it, if you know a Pisces at all. All right, so what is the scenario here? What's the situation for the Sagittariuses? Scorpio will be next. What's the energy for the Sagittariuses? Okay, defense. All right, something is blocked out or rejected, or you could have your guard up, but we'll see. All right, so what's blocked out here, Sagittarius? What's being blocked? Okay, pride. Okay, so in the Pisces reading, Sagittarius's regret was being prideful, right? So you in that reading, you learned from that. And so that's being blocked out here. So I feel like no attention. This is like 6 of Wands, 7 of Wands. I'm getting something's like, no, you can't show that off, or there can't be a lot of people around. Don't do something out of pride or ego. Now, there's a way this could go, though. I want to get both sides, because there are some times where you don't want it to be a situation where somebody is trying to humble you. All right, so, you got to find a good balance between being actually confident and, prideful. All right, what role do you play here, Sagittarius, in your own reading? Okay, so your vision. Okay, so you can clearly see something. You're envisioning it. You're observing this. Okay, what are you observing, Sagittarius? What do you see here? Mood. Okay, so the Pisces they were mood. They regretted something. You're going to visibly see the regret or the loss or the shame. Now, again, you came out in that reading too, and you saw that and you fixed it. But I don't know if this is you or... Okay, but we have mood, potential, sexuality, and versatility. There's something about feminine energy here. You're going to see a regret, like with women or... Okay, let's see. I don't want to force it. You can see the regret. What is the regret here? Now, this could be like, say you're like, no, I'll regret that if I do that. That'll be a regret. I'm not going to do that. I'm going to regret saying that. What is the regret here? Regret doing what or saying what? Courage, voice. Somebody regrets having the courage to speak up. If this is you, you're like, nah, I don't even want to say that because I'm going to regret it. Or, okay, to say what? Speak on what? And then we'll see what energy you should be in here. Defense. So somebody regrets having the courage to say no. Somebody regrets saying no. And you can see that. Okay, what does someone wish they would have done? Okay, so somebody regrets saying no to pride or ego. Knowledge. This is, okay. Oh, if this is defense and pride, maybe somebody is like, no, don't show off. Don't be arrogant. Don't be this. But maybe it was a good idea for somebody to be arrogant or positive or have a big ego. Somebody's like, damn, I wish I would have known. I regret. It's almost like somebody known what? They wish they would have knew what? Somebody said no prematurely or blocked something out prematurely. Their strength, fluidity, and ambition. I wish I would have known, maybe literal strength, like somebody's strength. I wish I would have known that, or I wish I would have known something about that Leo. Okay, this looks like it's kind of juicy. We'll see. What energy should you be in, Sagittarius? Let's see. What energy should you be in this scenario? But you're observing this. You can see this. Humor. Okay, here we go. If you can visibly see what's going to be a regret or what you're not going to like, you know not to do it. All right, you see how it's going to turn out. You see you're going to regret saying it, doing it, being sad. You should be in humor. Now, this is you. If you're getting rejected or something, somebody's like, no, don't be egotistical. You don't know all that. You not all that. Or maybe you get to laugh at it. Okay, what's going to be ironic or funny about this? But again, if you know something's going to bother you, you know not to do it. You're like, nah, I don't. Okay, what are you going to enjoy or what's funny about this? You get to laugh. Rebellion. This is, okay, watch the Pisces reading. You are able to find a loophole. You are able to rebel. You're going to enjoy doing that. Okay, it's going to make you happy to do something different. In this case, what's the status quo or the norm here? Oh, love. Okay, what do you get to do that's different? Oh, damn. Okay, so I feel like you get to do something where you... Okay, hear me out. So rebellion means... Because you have rebellion and defiance, right? Defiance is like flat out, I'm not doing it. You get to still love somebody, be caring, or have people around you, and you get to enjoy it. So you get to do both. You are going to be able to enjoy something, be happy, but somebody kind of like love to me would be making sure only the other person is okay. You get to make sure somebody else is okay, having fun, enjoying something, and you get to laugh. I mean, yeah, Sagittarius would enjoy rebellion, so that makes sense. You get to kind of have... I don't like to be that type of person, but I guess you're going to get the last laugh in the situation. I feel like that's what this looks like. All right, let's see. So you get to laugh. Like, okay, so basically if somebody's trying to get you to fit into something, follow all the rules, regulations, blah, 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 that's not going to work for you. You can visibly see that you're going to regret this. All right, so do what makes you happy in this scenario. Go out and enjoy yourself. Do something fun right now. So you said bring a bottle of your favorite wine. Oh, yeah, we don't. You say you don't give money to exes and lend money to men. Don't do it, y'all. Don't do it. All right, 8 cards here. There's an 8 of Pentacles. So there is the work. Okay, so you're working behind the scenes, or you've been building up something behind the scenes. Let's continue. Okay, you have the Hermit, the Knight of Cups, the Empress, the 8 of Swords, the Wheel of Fortune. There's another opportunity, the Queen of Swords. Okay. So if this, I'm going to read this as if this is within you first. Like if this is within your energy, right? You repetitively build something up. You have the wisdom with the Hermit card. You know how to create it. The Knight of Cups, the Empress, 8 of Swords, and then you have the Wheel of Fortune. So here's your other opportunity to see something different with the Queen of Swords, right? The cards that are out, you got the 8 of Pentacles, the Moon, the Hermit, the Knight of Cups, the Empress, 8 of Swords, Wheel of Fortune, the Queen of Swords. You have 8, 8. Something did repeat. If there's anybody outside of you, the signs that are coming out are Virgo, Cancer energy. Virgo, Cancer, maybe Libra. Literally, yeah, you can see the loss. So I feel like you know what you will regret, What is your role in these 8 cards really quick? We know you're supposed to be humor. We know you're supposed to do what makes you happy or something that you know you'll enjoy. Okay, so in these cards, you're very focused and determined. What were you focused on or determined to have here? Okay, confidence, another good card. You may have wanted to do something independently. Yeah, ambition. You're like, okay, I'm going to focus on my work. You could have been studying something. So now that you've been focused on something or studying it, you know what to do. So if it's not about physically like laughing or whatever, you know what you're going to regret. You know the mistake already. You've already studied it, you learned it. Like me, I can read tarot like the back of my hand. I've been reading tarot for years. So I know what patterns work for me. I know how to read the cards for me. Like I've been telling people, I've been studying day trading for myself. So I know what to do with day trading now for me. But I feel like for those of you, if you've been working really hard on something, it's okay for you to take a break. If you don't know, it's okay for you to enjoy yourself and have fun. You're like really focused on that. You could have been focused on a Virgo. The Hermit is ambition to me. That's Virgo energy. You could have been focused on a Virgo. What do you get another opportunity to do here with the Wheel of Fortune other than clearly humor? So we see that. Okay, knowledge. So you get to employ what you've learned. That's what it's like somebody's like, I wish I would have known that. What do you have knowledge about here? What else do you have knowledge about here, Sagittarius? Look, the Wheel of Fortune, you either know, okay, you know that you'll get another opportunity, or you know what good opportunities are coming to you. You know what time to do something. You know when to do something. You know how something's going to go. That's good. You know your luck. You know your fortune. You know that this is a good opportunity. What else is a good opportunity for you? Or what is this fortune here? So you can laugh at this or you can enjoy something. Okay, yeah, there's respect and respect again. So you kind of know the rules and regulations to something. I just like to give real life examples because I know everybody is different. Like for me, right? I know getting on either really early or really late on my YouTube, that builds my audience. So that could be something for you. You know what I want to compare this to? It's just because I know his sign, right? Because with vision and mood, we can see that somebody regrets something. If there's somebody outside of you, you know they're regretful. Somebody wishes they shouldn't have said no to something, or I feel like somebody shouldn't have said no to you. I'm gonna make this reading a little bit petty real quick. So, all right, this is my real life example. Kai Cenat is a Sagittarius, right? And he did Streamer University again. And I noticed that, and sorry if you're a different race, it is what it is. I'm Black American first and foremost. He's not a Black American, but he is Black, and he works with a lot of Black Americans. So Kai Cenat did Streamer University. And on TikTok, like, there's a lot of, like, outrage or whatever from the Hispanic community. They're like, oh, all the people he picked were Black, or he didn't pick any Hispanics. When what was that lady's name? It was a Hispanic cop in Texas. When that whole thing came out, everybody sided with her saying, like, oh, Blacks are ghetto, Blacks are violent. They were all on her side. They were very, very racist. And a lot of Hispanic content creators, they say nigga a lot. They use nigga in their songs. They say the N-word in all their songs. They use it with each other, and they know they're not supposed to. But when he picked all those Black people, then they started to complain why they didn't get that platform. Why didn't they get a chance on his platform? It's something like that. I'm going to also compare it to when they did that streamer. They had like a streamers award show. They were very extremely rude to all of the Black creators that work with Kai Cenat. They were rude to Rakai, Kai Cenat, and Ty Lil. They were they made really rude comments, really rude jokes, and they made really bad jokes about him having Streamer University. Now everybody wants to be a part of it because it's a big platform. So it's something like that. I feel like you get to laugh at something. You get to still have a community of people with you with love, but It's like we can't force you to love somebody. You get to pick who you love, who you spend your time with, who you share something with. You get to kind of look back and laugh at that. That's just an example that I noticed. I can't, you know, everybody has different whatever you're working on or things like that. All right, what's the outcome for you, Sagittarius? Now, again, in that Pisces reading, they were moved. So if you know a Pisces and they did something to you, you get to laugh about it or something. I don't know. If y'all personally know one, they're regretful or sad or something like that. Like you can see the regret, you can see it. Again, if this is just within yourself, you know what you're not going to like. You know what you don't enjoy dealing with. You don't have to do that. All right, what's the outcome for the Sagittarius? What's the outcome for the Sagittarius this year? What? People who don't know the difference between then and then. What are we talking about? Did somebody type that? All right, so resistance, inspiration, and angel. All right, you got Aquarius and Sagittarius. This was in the Pisces reading. Pisces wanted to control either the entire group or they wanted to control an Aquarius. A Sagittarius had like a loophole. So I don't know if y'all are together or you had those placements. So yeah, all right. That's your reading though. So that's just an example. Oh no. But yeah, so that's y'all reading. Oh, you said Hispanics can say any word they want. Oh, little Yamalin. Yamalin is upset. Oh. Y'all can say nigga all you want to, but when we don't want to deal with you, it is what it is. Y'all, this is the thing. Anybody can say whatever they want to. You just have to deal with the repercussions of that. You can say whatever you want. Yeah. But if we don't like you because of what you said, that is a direct effect of that. It's nothing you can do about that. If you Hispanics want to say nigga, 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 then guess what? When the rich black has a streamers university, you can't go. You're not welcome there. You can't go. You can do whatever you want. That's life, Yamalan. Or whatever your name is. Whatever your name is, girl. You can say whatever you want in the world. You have to deal with the consequences. That's just point blank, period. It is what it is. It is what it is. All right, y'all. Scorpios. Scorpio is next. What's the timestamp? Everybody be real big and bad on the internet. Everybody's real big and bad on the internet, on these phones. Go to Southeast DC and say nigga. Go to Chicago and say nigga. Yeah, you can say it on the stream. You can say it in a rap song. Go to Detroit. Go to Compton. Go ahead and say nigga over there. Go to the projects real quick and say nigga, 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 nigga. Let's see what happened then. All right, Scorpios are up next. Say it there. Y'all got freedom of speech. You can say it wherever you want to. It's easy to say it on Twitch. It's easy to do it there. All right, Scorpios. What's the scenario with the Scorpios? I know some of you are new here. I'm going to let you know I don't give a damn. Y'all gonna learn real quick. This is not, we don't got no sage or incense over here. I don't give a fuck about none of that shit. I don't give a damn. All right, what's the center of your reader, Scorpios? Let's see. All right, mystery. Scorpios do rule secrets. All right, y'all do rule secrets. Okay, you do rule that energy. So there's a secret, there's something hidden here. Maybe you're keeping a secret. Now, when I get this card, you said they want to get whooped. I don't know what they want. They don't know what they want. People don't really, people just want to be provocative. They don't even want to say it. They don't even say it right. It be sound all corny. They don't even say it right. They don't know what they want. Everybody want to be a nigga till it's time to be a nigga. All right, but mystery. Okay, so anyway, mystery is the center of your reading, Scorpios. When I get this card, if it's really something that you should keep a secret, like I'll see what the mystery is or what the secret is, and I'll determine from there if I should say it. Okay, so if I pull that card and your reading is very quick, that's why, because people do cross watch for different signs. So I don't want to, you know, put y'all business out there pretty much. All right, I'm gonna have to get a little snack. I'm getting a little hungry. All right, so let's see. So what is the mystery or what might be hidden here in this reading, Scorpios? Let's see. Hold on. Okay, so then maybe this isn't your secret. Hold on. What role do you play here, Scorpios? Okay, emotions. Okay, so I don't. All right, we're gonna have to say what the secret is just in case, because I don't think this is you. But your emotions are triggered right now. But what's hidden is connectivity. So you may feel like you're trapped and you're keeping that to yourself. I feel like something is a hidden trap. So that's kind of why I want to put it out there. Like, don't fall for a trap. Something's a hidden trap, but somebody's hiding the fact that they keep thinking about something over and over and over again. All right, what do we keep thinking about, or what do we feel trapped with here? Let's see. You said spill the beans. Oh, no, I'm not. Hopefully I say her name right. Is it Shawanya? I hope I don't say it wrong. As in Aisha, I don't be trying to say nobody's name wrong. All right, but it's like a hidden trap mindset, or somebody is thinking about something constantly. What are we thinking about, or what are we trapped with? Resistance. Okay, resisting what? We're always trying to resist what? Excuse me. Innovation. So somebody, okay, this is the thing. Somebody could always feel like they're trying to resist either being manipulated or manipulating something. Like somebody's like, I don't want to be manipulated. I don't want to be manipulated. Or somebody has all the tools to create something, but they don't want to do it. They're constantly like, no. Okay, to create what? Somebody's able to create it. Finesse and personality. Somebody wants to copy something. Okay, so it could be like, no, I should be able to copy this, or I don't want to copy this. I don't want to take advantage of this. Okay, those are, something's a hidden trap. Like something's a hidden trap to get people to copy other people, or to like, don't be innovative yourself, but copy this, copy other people, be like this or something. That's odd. Okay, we're going to see what that is, but what's triggering your emotions, Scorpio? Let's see. Let's see. What's triggering your emotions? Guidance. That was Pisces and Sagittarius. You don't want to be guided to do something. You don't want to have to listen. Okay, who are people being guided by? Let's see, who are people being guided by? Okay, truth. So people can see the truth in a scenario, and that's what they're going off of, and that's the bothersome part. So I feel like in this scenario, if somebody is hiding something or trying to fake a personality, these people are like, no, but the truth is this. And that's what it is. That can't be changed. Okay, the truth about what? And then we'll see what people are guided to do, or a person. Yeah, it's a trap mindset. So this is the thing, right? It's supposed to be hidden, but we can see the truth. The truth about this is it's a trapped mindset. It's somebody cannot stop thinking like this, or somebody constantly thinks about something, right? That's the truth. We can see that. So what are people guided to do? You're just speak up on it. People are like, okay, this is repetitive, or this is a trap mindset. You view it the same way all the time. So people are speaking up on it because it's obvious. It's obvious. Something is obviously there. Okay, a trap mindset about what? Let's see, a trap mindset about what here? Change. Another card for you, Scorpio. You rule change. Okay, but there's a trap mindset about whether or not something can change or will change. And it's like, no, that's not true. Okay, let's see. Because it's like, oh, this mindset will change, or no, we don't view this all the same way, but you do. Or it's like you can't. It's like that Hispanic lady on here talking about Hispanics can say the N-word. It's something like that. But then in the same breath, they would be like, well, we're not racist. It's like, okay, well, you're fighting to say the N-word, though. Why are you fighting to say something that you know will trigger people? Or it's something, it's like, yeah, we're going to speak on it, or something's it's obvious. You can't. So I feel like that's why mystery is there. It's obvious. It's not really a secret. Let's get 8 cards. So that could make you emotional. I'm going to assume if you're emotional, then this could be about you. Of course, that does not have to be the scenario, but okay, you got the Hermit, the 8 of Wands. It's obvious. Somebody can see it. They know it. They have the knowledge. They've experienced it, and they're speaking on it. The Wheel of Fortune. So I feel like this is something repetitive. It happens all the time. Queen of Swords, the Moon, 8 of Pentacles. There's a Magician. Yeah, there's the 8 of, okay, here it is. So the 8 of Swords, 10 of, it's like, yeah, somebody has manipulated people into thinking the same way all the time. People are manipulated to think that way. We know that. Like, people are manipulated. Okay, we can go down a lot of examples, and I guess this is like, I don't know what, we're going to figure out what applies to you then, Scorpio. Because like, say people, it's like you don't want people to know this truth, but it is true. It is true. Like, okay, men are manipulated into having certain perspectives on women. That's just, it comes from religion and it comes from society, period. If y'all disagree, it is what it is. You're manipulated into thinking that. Everybody around the world is manipulated into thinking that Black Americans are the worst people in the world, but every race kills, steals, rapes. They got pedophiles in every race. That's manipulation. We know that. If you're a Black American, you already know the entire world is manipulated into being racist against you. If you're a woman, you already know that men are manipulated into, believing in the patriarchy, or trying to control you, or looking down on women. Or if you're young, you know that older people automatically are manipulated into thinking that you're stupider than them because you're younger than them. Or so it's something like that. That's the mystery behind the mindset. It's manipulation. You're wondering, well, why does everybody think like that, or why does everybody view it that way? It's manipulation. It's programming. Or it's like, if there are people who are atheists, they know that, okay, all the Christians are manipulated into thinking I'm automatically evil. But if you talk to an atheist, they're like, well, I still have a moral code. I don't need religion to tell me not to kill somebody. I don't need religion to tell me not to rape somebody. But a Christian would be manipulated into thinking, okay, they're going to hell because they don't believe in God. You know, it's something like that. But I feel like the thing that people are able to see, it triggers you though. It's like you don't want people to know it, unfortunately. Like, this is your reading. It's so we can see it, or it's like you don't want people to talk about it, but everybody can see it. What are people saying here? So it just, you know, sorry, Scorpios, it just depends. I don't know. I don't know every Scorpio personally. So what are people saying here? Mood. Everybody's saying that they regret something. Now, if you're in emotions, right, and you're feeling sad or something, we can see that you're sad, or like literally everybody's like, yeah, I regret that. I wouldn't do that. I'm sorry. I don't know. Okay, so what do people regret here? I don't know what it could be. I'm not, you know, yeah, finesse. Everybody's like, that plan did not work. I tried that, it didn't work. And it's a whole bunch of people. Or so what did people, or what did somebody, this could also be like, okay, like somebody has a platform and they're like, yeah, I tried to use this product and it didn't work for me. But that's bothering you. Or like, you know, maybe Scorpio, maybe you say you owned a business. This is just an example. Say you owned a business, but for some reason or another, you had like bad customer service. Everybody's like, yeah, I tried to work with that company, but it was real bad customer service. It didn't work. You know, I didn't like working with them, or that opportunity. That could bother you. So what's the intention here with finesse? Everybody's like, I tried that and it didn't work, and everybody's speaking out on it. So what was the intended outcome here? Power. Okay, this could be like to overpower somebody, or like to be in control. Like somebody wanted to voice their opinion, or okay, power over what? Or I'm also getting two. Okay, what actually occurred? I'm not gonna force it. What actually occurred here? Knowledge. Yeah, it's like, yeah, you know, basically what I would say here is like, somebody's like, yeah, this person has power over this and we're supposed to listen to them or follow these rules. But what ends up happening is like, no, that doesn't sound right. That's not going to work. Somebody's trying to come out like they're more powerful or stronger. They have a stronger influence. But this person's like, no, I already know better than that. What does this person already know? I'm sorry. I feel like this reading might be against you a little bit, because I don't know why else you would be emotional about it. But what does somebody already know here? Yeah, resistance. What are they resisting? They're like, I shouldn't do that. Okay, order. What are we being? Okay, so this energy is like, okay, this should come first. What is somebody saying should come first or be put first in a scenario here? Because they're like, nah, I don't think that should be right. Okay, determination. Focused on what? Everybody should focus on this one thing, or you should be focused to have this, or determined to have this. Okay, pride. What are people putting first? They're like, no, this would be better to do first for me, or this would be better for me to focus on first. What are they putting first? Innovation. So this is about like figuring out, okay, I have all the tools to make something work on my own, or I can do something independently. What is this person able to create here? So they could be telling other people like, yeah, I can create this, or I can do this, or I could build this. What are they able to create? Strength, ambition, and intuition. So it looks like somebody can come up with their own plan, or come up with their own job, or they do really well at their, like in their career. Yeah, what is somebody's intuition telling them to do with instinct? And then we'll see what other energy you should be in, Scorpio. Yeah, voice, exactly. Though it's like, no, I'm going to say, somebody knows what to say and when to say it. That's just point blank, period. They already know what to do. Okay, what other energy should you be in here, Scorpios? Okay, transition. So right now you're in emotions. You're in an emotional state. What do you need to transition to, Scorpios? Humor. All right, Sagittarius had humor. I'm not telling you to go deal with a Sag because I can't deal with another Scorpio. Okay, I don't know why. I don't know. Scorpios be finding me out the woodwork. But if you know a Sagittarius, maybe that's what you need to train, because that was their advice. But it's like, you know, you're in your emotions. Something is making you sad. You have to find what makes you happy, or what might bring you happiness here in this scenario. Maybe you need to go be with another community of people, or what would bring you more joy in this scenario? Oh, defiance. Okay, so you're following some sort of rule or regulation, and that's what's making you feel ashamed or sad. Okay, what rule are you? I'm also getting two. This card is like, okay, it's time for you to get in that mindset where it's like, fuck it, I'm gonna be happy, or like, I'm gonna go do what I enjoy. What's making you sad here? Oh, it's a religion. It's a religious belief. It's making you ashamed or sad, or something like that. I know a very extremely religious Scorpio, and I'd be like, bruh, you gotta I mean, I'm like, please. I'm also going to say this too. If you're overly spiritual, guys, like if you're like, I can't listen to this music because the sound waves will make me feel like this, or I can't go to the club, it's low vibrational, or I can't, get out of that mindset. You have to enjoy your life. There's things that you can still enjoy and be spiritual. Like, I made a video about this a couple of days ago when like with NDRE, and she was like complaining about the spin that song. It's like, oh, shut up. Like, some stuff is like, okay, babe, we get it. You got sage and crystals in your hair, right? We get it. We get it. Have fun. Like, it's not that, like, something's not that deep. You're making it very deep, and that's what's making you ashamed and sad. Okay, so whatever this belief system is, whatever this regulation is, what else are you supposed to do that's different? You have humor here as well. That's already your advice. But what else are you supposed to do that's different here for you? Yeah, self-love. Exactly. You're like, you're letting something make you feel ashamed. Or you're making something make you feel like maybe you're isolating yourself. Maybe it's like a religious or a spiritual belief system that's making you feel sad and ashamed. All right, that's your reading, Scorpios. Let me write that down. I will also say, like, I don't know, if you are going to be spiritual, use the optimistic parts, use the manifestation parts, use the part where you get to like fantasize and you get to, I'm going to create this for myself. Let me go research how to get this, that, and the third. Like, transfer it over. Like, certain religions do have a lot of shame with it. Like, a lot of gospel songs are very shameful. Like, I don't deserve your love and I don't deserve God's love. It's like, damn, like, the fuck? So it could be something like that. All right, that's Libra. I'm sorry, that's Scorpio. We doing Libra next. We going backwards, y'all. If you just now join it, if you're on TikTok, I'm also on YouTube. This will be timestamped. You will be able to go find your sign. All right. All right, let's see. Libra is next. I'm not ignoring the comments. Pisces is back at 7 minutes. We're going backwards, y'all. You said drug dealing is not innovation. Drug dealing might be innovation for some people, but that's not my business. If you don't get caught, anything is innovative. I'm not telling you to do it. And I don't do it. I've never done it, but I'm just saying. I don't know. Drug dealers really only get caught because they be showing off. If we keeping it a buck. If you ever watch American Gangster, he only got caught because he went to a boxing match in a white fur coat. If he was just dressed normal, he might not have got caught. I don't know. I'm just saying. I'm not telling anybody to do that. I'm just saying. I'm just saying. And there's a lot of people on Wall Street that do. You can make a bag. All right. But that's, hey, that's your life. If y'all do what you gotta do. All right, Libras. We're going backwards today, y'all. We're going backwards today. We're on Libra. I started with Pisces. I will timestamp this at the end. I don't endorse what I just said, y'all. I just have to give an example. It's just, I think very outside the box. Okay, Libras. What's the situation for the Libras? What's the situation for my Libras here? Okay, change. Could be dealing with Scorpio energy, but we'll see what changed here. Let's see. Let's see. What was it? Ooh. What was the scenario before? Let's see. What's the scenario? What's the scenario? All right, leadership. So literally this could be a change in leadership or somebody was in a leadership position, but we'll see what did this change into here? Getting kind of hungry. Okay, determination. So I feel like somebody was in a leadership position and they changed their focus. So, okay, what did they start to focus on here? So somebody's changing their focus. Okay, we got voice and rebellion. Superstition and fluidity. All right, so somebody is changing their focus. Okay, we'll see what this is. What role do you play here, Libras? What role do the Libras play? Mood. What is going on? Why is everybody sad? Okay, so Sagittarius was able to see somebody regret something. So if you're dealing with a Sag, maybe they're the ones that can see you regret something or you feel ashamed or... Okay, what's today? What happened? Let me write that down. Let me see. Hold on. All right. So okay, let's see. It's temporary. Emotions are temporary, y'all. So try to remember that. But let's see. Now, mood can also be like sickness, shame, sadness, regret, things like that. And not to put the Libra's business out there or whatever. But what do you regret here? What could be making you maybe sad? Let's see. Okay, so this looks like shame to me. With respect, like there's a rule here that you didn't follow. All right, there's a couple of ways this could go. If there's a standard that you had set for yourself, you did not uphold that standard for yourself, and you could regret that. Or there's like a rule or regulation that you feel ashamed of. Now, you could be if you deal with a Taurus, you may feel regretful about something with that Taurus. What do you wish you would have done here, Libras? Let's see. What do you wish you would have done here? Okay, strength. All right, so if these are people, you listen to a Taurus, you should have listened to a Leo. you followed after, like you followed after this Taurus, or you dealt with a Taurus, you should have listened to that Leo instead, or something like that. I feel like you feel it. This is like more ashamed. Yeah, see, strength and pride. Because this is an energy like a Leo energy. Leo rules our ego, right? So if you're not dealing with these signs, that's what the energy is. It's like you feel ashamed because you're not fitting in, or like there's some sort of status quo rule, but you kind of should be more in your ego, like feel more proud of yourself, or do something more independently, or... All right, so what energy should you be in currently, Libras? We'll see what this rule is, because it's almost like, okay, so don't change. You should feel this way. You should admit that you feel this way. You should admit that you're bothered by this. You could also regret following some sort of rule, or having some sort of loyalty or respect for a certain thing that you shouldn't. You should feel like this. Okay. Now, the reason I say you should feel like this is so that you fix it, right? Like, say this was illness or sickness, right? It's like, I shouldn't have ate that. I shouldn't smoke that much. I shouldn't drink that much. So, yes, you should feel that. Like, if you drink too much, you can't be like, okay, I'm going to go drink again tomorrow. Like, no, you need to remember that you got sick. Or, you know, you made that mistake. You feel bad about that mistake. You should feel it so that you can flip, you know, how you feel about that, which is... That is what I said in the Pisces reading. I mentioned that. I said the Sagittarius perspective, they're like, okay, I regret doing that, so I'm not going to do that again. Like, I feel like you actually need to feel this, unfortunately. Now, I'm not sure what this leadership part has to do with it. Now, this could have been a situation where you were doing something for yourself. You initiated something. You were the first to do it. And then you changed your focus and started focusing on the wrong things. All right, let's see. You're ashamed you dealt with a Sag man. Yeah, I don't... I can't date my own sign. It was one Sag man that was, you know, he was good at some things, but other than that, he was annoying. All right, let's see. Let's get 8 cards. I'm just kidding. I don't know if I have a favorite sign to deal with, to be quite frank. All right, let's get 8 cards here. Let's see, Libras. All right, so you got the Two of Swords, the Page of Wands, the Knight of Wands, the Queen of Wands. Okay, so this looks like Sagittarius energy, voice and rebellion. Looks like definitely a Sagittarius with all these wands. All right, the Five of Pentacles, the Nine of Cups, the Six of Cups, the Six of Pentacles. So don't force yourself to feel happy. The Nine of Cups would be humor. Don't force yourself to make it seem like you're okay with something that you're not. You don't have any major arcana here. So if you're like trying to force yourself out of your emotions, don't do that. There's nothing forcing you to do that right now. It's okay you have to go through it. Okay, let's clarify. Let's see what else we got here. What was said? What else was said with the Page of Wands? Because that's a message. All right, fluidity. Maybe you're like, okay, I should experiment. I don't think you should have experimented with something. What's missing with the Five of Pentacles? Now, this also, if you should have did strength, right? This can be Leo energy if you guys know a Leo. All right, the Queen of Wands can also be a Leo. What was missing right here with the Five of Pentacles? Something's missing. Okay, confidence. I'm also getting you may not be able to afford something. So maybe you learn that lesson. You're like, okay, I couldn't have afforded that. I shouldn't have spent money on that. I shouldn't have did that there. That could be a thing so it's okay to learn from this lesson. You need to feel this. Do not, in this scenario, don't pacify yourself. Don't go smoke to take the stress away. Don't go drink to take the stress away. Don't, you know... Okay. Because I know Sag's advice was humor. So if you are around a Sag, you can't, right now, you cannot do what they're doing for whatever reason. They were actually focused on something and learning it. I feel like you haven't learned from your mistake yet. That's okay to be upset. It's okay to feel sad about something because it's going to change what's going on. What's the Nine of Cups? Because it's like if you are in humor, something else. What's going to happen if you try to pretend that you're happy or you try to... That's not a good idea here. Yeah, finesse. It's not going to work. Literally, that plan is not going to work. If you are trying to do something right now is not a good time to spend money on that. This is the thing too. And the reason I'm bringing up money, because I see this card has money in it, and we have the Five of Pentacles, Six of Pentacles. There are things you can do that are not expensive, guys. If there's an issue where you overspent or went above your means, you can do a lot with a little bit of money. Like I went to the store yesterday and we got so much stuff. I was like, Dad, I only spent $150, and we got so much food for me to cook for the whole week. I got all my stuff that I need, like toilet. Like I couldn't believe that that's all I spent, but I was being very conscious of what I spent my money on. Like I purposely got certain things that I could afford. So you don't have to, maybe that's what you need to hear. You don't have to go above and beyond, or like this is not a time to fake the funk, or like if you're going to try to pretend to be happy, that's not going to work. What is your intended outcome with finesse here? So maybe you need to stay in the house, stay in the house. Okay, you're trying to resist something. Resist what? All right, you got, power, innovation, and strength. This is not a good time to force something. You don't have all the tools right now. Like if you don't feel good, it's okay to stay in the house. It's okay. Don't force something. Don't force yourself to be happy and things like that. Maybe you need to cry. Maybe you don't like, maybe you're like, I don't want to cry. I don't want to. That's okay. Because also, like with respect, this can be your own standard. Like I said, that you did for yourself. If there is a Taurus involved, you should be mad about that. You should. So that you don't make that mistake again. All right, what's the outcome for my Libras? That was pretty straightforward. So I don't want to I don't want to overdo it. But what's the outcome for the Libras here? Yeah, emotions, personality, connectivity, and passion. So literally, do not feed off of an impulse. Like, okay, people do different things when they're sad. So I would just sit in it. Emotions pass, they do change, but you need to, in this case, I would take whatever that lesson is and implement it. Like, you don't like how you feel right now. So I feel like in this case, you know what caused it. So yeah. All right, that's your reading. I'm not going to, beat you over the head with that message. All right, hold on. Let me write this down. All right, Virgo. Y'all are next. I'm going to get a piece of bacon, y'all. Hold on, I'm kind of hungry. Oh, we don't do personal questions, y'all. Sorry, I'm not ignoring y'all. We're doing general readings. The way we do personal questions during the live, if you catch me live, you can do $5 Cash App questions, or you can book personal readings in my WAP app. It is on my link. If you're on TikTok, this is also going to be up on YouTube, timestamped, and you can watch for any sign after we are done. We're going to do Virgo, but I am going to grab a little bacon, turkey bacon. So hold on, y'all, because I'm hungry. Hold on. I'm not going to rush off of here. y'all. I'm back. Sorry. The starvation was kicking in, y'all. All right. My bad. I thought it was okay. I had a Pop-Tart. But, okay. Sorry, I'm all chewing in y'all ear. Hold on. I don't. Yes, this is turkey bacon. It is turkey bacon. All right. I do still eat regular bacon, though. We had pork ribs last night. I made some pork ribs. And mac and cheese. And mashed potatoes. And cornbread. And I will be in the gym at some point today. Because of that, I had to make my daughter's little birthday dinner. It was good. All right, y'all. Virgo is up next. Let's see. What's the scenario for my Virgos? What's the scenario for my Virgos? Okay, guidance. All right, so this is Three of Cups energy as well. So if y'all know the regular tarot, Three of Cups energy, people listening to each other, things like that. Who are we listening to? Let's see. Okay, rebellion. So it could be a Sag. They just came out as rebellion in the Pisces reading. But whoever this person is or whatever, they're rebellious. They do things outside the norm. What are they guided to do? Okay, power. Maybe speak up for themselves. All right. What role do you play here, Virgo? Or believe in their own power? What role do you play here, Virgo? Okay, innovation. All right, so if you're wondering if something's going to work for you or not, it will. You have all the tools to make it work. All right, what are you able to create here, Virgos? What are you able to create? Okay, literal inspiration, or you can get something to work with an Aquarius. All right, so and you got transition and self-love. Okay, so first of all, you're able to inspire somebody to love themselves. Okay, if you need to, if you're in that position where you need to do that. I'm also getting you're able to get somebody who is worried about an entire group of people to put themselves first. Aquarius rules groups of people. All right. You could be getting an Aquarius to do that. Maybe the Aquarius is considering groups of people or thinking about everybody else. And it's like, no, I'm going to go ahead and focus on myself, okay? All right, so that's what you're doing here. If you were wondering, you don't need the entire group or you don't need the entire community to do something. You're able to do it on your own, or you're able to make sure that you're comfortable. I'm also getting to Aquarius rules unique identities amongst the group. Like everybody's in a group, but we're all different. So like we all may have something in common, but we're all different, right? Like we all are here together on this live, but we're all different people. We have different interests. So it's something like that, like making sure that somebody is comfortable within their own skin. All right, what other energy? Oh. Let me see. What other energy should you be in here, Virgo? Okay, leadership. All right. So you should be the first. You should be initiating something. All right. What else are you going to be the first to do and initiate? Maybe you're going to have to teach somebody this. Okay, ambition, dominance, and healing. All right, so this could be at work, literally, you could be a manager. If you have children or anything like that, you're going to be the first person to step up, say something. You're going to lead them in order to do this. All right, your reading looks pretty straightforward. It looks like you're more so going to help somebody kind of, be more self-sufficient or just love themselves in general instead of questioning themselves. You said it sounds delicious. It was good. It was good. And then I made pancakes for her breakfast. So we got some leftover pancakes. All right, so we got the Emperor. Yeah, this is you. So this is probably with innovation. This is probably something you've already well established within yourself. You know you can fix it, do it, create it. Oh, we got the Five of Cups. Let's see. The Temperance. Okay, the Six of Swords, the Hangman. The Fool, the Queen of Cups, and then the Nine of Swords. All right, so you got the people that are out in your reading. You have literally you have Aries, Sagittarius, Pisces, and Aquarius, literally. Now when you get Aries, Leo, Sag, those signs, because they're fire, those are like our, our soul, who we are, right? That's why Leo is like your pride and your ego, okay? Sagittarius is like your foreign energy, things that you want to learn, things that you know yourself that you can teach, things that you've already experienced. The Emperor Aries energy is who you are as a person, your own true identity, right? So it looks like there's a combination here of these elements. We're going to see why there's worry or anxiety. What are we worried about here with the Nine of Swords? Okay, perspective. So somebody could worry about how they are viewed. What does somebody actually want to do out of self-love? So somebody's worried about how they're going to be viewed in a scenario. I feel like, too, the only reason there would be any worry is because of the perspective of a scenario here. What does someone want to do? They're like worried about how they're going to be perceived here. What do they actually want to do? Knowledge. Okay, maybe somebody wants to teach. I feel like, too, somebody already knows what they want to do. How do they think they'll be viewed? They're like, I don't want to be perceived that way. How do they think they'll be viewed is respect. Personality and mystery. So somebody's high. Okay, somebody feels like the what they want to do, they need to hide this part of themselves. This inner, whatever they do, they feel like, no, that should be a secret. That's the rule. That needs to be a secret. Okay. Yeah, so I feel like this is what your reading is. If you're wondering, you're in innovation. If you are trying to figure something out, or like you're the first person to do something or something like that, you're worried about how you're going to be viewed. I don't think you need to worry about that. Or there's nothing to hide here. What else is the Emperor? Okay, dominance. What are they dominating? They're able to control something, resistance and mystery. Yeah. Somebody's like, no, this is me. I don't need to hide it. I don't care. What is the Temperance? It's like there's nothing to worry about. All right, you got passion, finesse, vision, and skill. So I just said something about that, Libra. Yeah, I don't think there's anything to worry about here. Somebody's just worried about how they're going to be viewed when they do it. What is the outcome here for you, Virgos? Yeah, inspiration. Okay. Don't put an Aquarius before your own intuition, or don't get inspired to do something before following your own intuition. What would intuition be telling you or someone else to do? Don't allow, like, don't get tricked out of following your instincts. Yeah, the Temperance, self-love. So this is the thing. I feel like an Aquarius needs to love themselves, and then intuitively somebody knows to be themselves. The Sagittarius will know to be themselves. They don't have to worry about putting an Aquarius first or something like this. This looks all about like somebody's own identity or doing something that they know works for them. So that's what your reading is about. Everybody needs to be themselves at the end of the day. So I feel like you're going to be able to get like an Aquarius to focus on themselves, because otherwise, like a Sag, the angel card, they would put that individual before them or something like that. It's like everybody needs to have their own interest or their own self-interest in this scenario. Maybe you're going to be able to tell somebody to do that. You may have Aquarius placements. I'm also getting to within yourself, don't get in, like, what would you be inspired to do? Like, don't come out of what makes you feel comfortable. What would you be inspired to do that goes against yourself? Is kind of what I'm getting here. Like, don't let that, okay, emotions, versatility. What might trigger your emotions? Don't go against yourself here, Virgo. Okay, sexuality. It could be a partner, somebody that you're paired up with, like literal sex, things like that. But don't go against something that you know will make you feel comfortable. All right, you're in a position where you don't have to fit in with the group or the crowd. You don't have to do that. All right, maybe you have to move away from an Aquarius or move away from the way an Aquarius thinks or an entire group of people or something like that. All right, so that was Virgo. Let me write this down really quick. All right, we got Leo next. Sorry, y'all. I cannot starve to death. I'm going to tear them pancakes up. All right. Again, if you're on TikTok and Kick and WAP, this will be up on YouTube. It'll be timestamped for you all. All right, let's see. All right, Leos. What's the scenario for my Leos? What's the situation for the Leos here? Okay, peace. All right, being at peace with something, calmness, resting ourselves. Sometimes peace means that we may not notice something or we're not thinking about it. All right, what role do you play here, Leo? In your own reading. What role do you play here, Leo? Style. You, Pisces, and Aquarius all have style. All of you are in the same scenario or in the same position or same energy. So you could be doing something your own way. You could be dealing with a Cancer or have Cancer placements, but you're doing something in your own way. You're moving forward with something, taking the good with the bad in a scenario. All right, what role do what other energy should you be in here, Leos? What other energy should you be in? Okay, resistance. Okay, what should you resist in this energy? What should you resist? Maybe y'all are all on a trip. Is a Leo, Pisces, and an Aquarius in the car or on a trip or something? Okay, resist being sad. Okay, so resist regret. If you're dealing with a Libra, you might have to resist being around that Libra or showing the regret on your face or something like that. Because when you have style, Cancer is your emotions, but you are able to move forward. You're already moving past something. So try not to, don't feel ashamed. It's no need to feel regretful here. What would you regret? You might have to resist crying, depending on where you're at, but I feel like you have to resist a Libra if you're dealing with one. But what might you regret here? I don't think you should. If you need to resist it, try to resist it. Okay, your decision. Don't regret your decision. You're fine. Now, sexuality is here too. Don't feel if it does have something to do with literally like who you're attracted to or who you want to be around. Don't feel ashamed about it. Don't regret it. But don't regret your decision. You're already moving on. That could be why peace is here, because there's something that you don't have to worry about anymore. All right. What did you decide to move forward with? Just to clarify for you. What did you decide to move forward with, Leos? Okay, you have self-esteem, sexuality. So you feel like first of all, you feel like you're the only one that has made this decision, or you may feel insecure about who you're attracted to or who you care about, or it's almost like even with the people that you're around, you feel almost like left out even though you're with those people, or you feel different around those people, but you're moving forward, you're fine, do not regret that decision. All right, you just have to move forward. Let's see, some of you now, your last reading was about you being focused on a Sagittarius. So I don't know if you feel insecure about your decision to love a Sagittarius or be around them or something like that, but you already made the decision. So I don't think you don't need to regret it. You're supposed to resist regretting it. All right, so don't regret it. What's the outcome of the road that you're on, the path that you're on for yourself? Because it doesn't look bad. Okay, you got courage and ambition. So it could have something to do with your career. All right, what else are you going to end up having the courage to do? I feel like, too, this is going to kind of give you the courage to continue making decisions for yourself. Yeah, okay, rebellion. All right, so Sag have rebellion, too. Yeah, the courage to rebel. What do people normally do in your scenario? And we're going to see what you're doing differently. Okay, Libra. I get Leo and Libra together a lot. I feel like, too, people normally in your position, they worry about that Libra. They feel ashamed. Libra is supposed to feel sad about their decision, though. You're not. You've already moved on from it or moved forward. I'm also getting, too, maybe you're supposed to show that you're sad. You don't have to show it, keep it to yourself. You don't have to put your regrets on Front Street for people, or people in your position probably also normally worry about like the cause and effect of something. What are you going to do that's different here with rebellion? All right, fluidity and then versatility. So yeah, I feel like you're still experimenting. You're going to experiment with something else. You're going to move forward. All right, let's get 8 cards. Your reading is pretty straightforward. I don't really need to do too much on this. I feel like because I ate some food, it made it quicker. Yeah, there's a 2 of Cups. Don't feel ashamed about who you like or who you're with. All right, Page of Pentacles, the Death card, the Hierophant. You got Scorpio, Taurus, Knight of Wands, Page of Wands, 6 of Pentacles, and then the 8 of Cups. All right, so I feel like you're not confused about where you're headed, where you're going. Who's this, Leo? You got Scorpio and Taurus out in your reading. This must be like the result of a decision that's already made. Like it's already there. Why would you feel ashamed? If this is a dating thing, what would you feel ashamed about? Why would it matter? All right, we got intuition. I feel like too, okay, intuition, resilience, respect, and pride. It could be like a difficult decision to make. It's like you already did it. The effects of that, the effects of that decision is already made. What is the outcome here for you, Leo? So I'm not going to do too much about it, but what's the outcome for you? Yeah, personality, respect, love, and then angel again. So, I mean, that's a part of your personality. Maybe somebody wants you to feel regretful about being with somebody, but that's who you love or that's who you care for, or you wanted to give that, you wanted to do that. Yeah, what's the outcome for you, Leo? It's nothing you could do, I guess. I mean, I'm going to keep it a bug. This looks like a type of decision you have to live with. So, like, there's no point in wallowing in pity, or you've already learned from that mistake. Yeah, don't get distracted. You're fine. Because there's a distraction there. Okay. That was pretty, I mean, the decision's already made. It's already final. All right, we're going to do Cancer next. We're still in Cancer season. Cancers. Happy birthday to the Cancers out there. Y'all card has come out a lot. Y'all are typically the style card, but let's see. I guess y'all are in a different position today. All right, what's the scenario surrounding the Cancers? What's the scenario surrounding the Cancers? Okay, skill. So for you, it could be a Libra. There's the cause and effect of something. All right, cause and effect, or you're dealing with a Libra, or you're dealing with like literal, like a skill set. Okay. What role do you play here, Cancers? Okay, vision. I think, who had vision? Sagittarius also had vision. I'm going to write that down. So you can see something clearly, or you're observing a scenario. All right, what are you able to see clearly here? What are you able to see clearly here? Okay, self-love. You can see, now if this is another person, you're like, yeah, I can see that person is, they're focused on themselves. That's just it. All right, or you can see what the effects of self-love is, making sure that you're comfortable. All right, what other energy should you be in here, Cancers? Okay, so you should be in leadership. All right, so you should be, that's, I think Virgo also had the same advice. So you're going to be the first person to do something. What do you need to be the first person to do here? So you're going to have to be the first to say something, do something, initiate something. Oh, vision. Yeah, so you're the first person to see this. So you're the, okay, so you have respect, order, and guidance. All right, so you have Taurus energy. So you're like, yeah, if I have a certain standard for myself, I'm just going to follow those rules, those guides, that standard for myself, self-respect, things like that, that you're going to visibly see that that works well for you. I'm also getting literally like you're going to be able to see that people respect listening to you. If you're supposed to be the leader here, you're like, okay, they have a respect for me. They're listening to me, things like that. You're going to be the first person to see that somebody is acting out of self-love, or you're going to be the first person to see the effects of loving yourself. Okay, what else are you going to lead people to do here? These readings are very clear. Okay, you got hustle, emotion, superstitions, and truth. All right, maybe you're leading people to see the truth about how your emotions can affect your finances, or you could be teaching somebody how to make money. There's something that you're good at where you could teach people how to do that financially with hustle. There's a Chariot, there's Cancer. Emotions, who had emotions? I think Scorpio. All right, let's see. Let's get 8 cards here. Get 8 cards for the Cancers. There's, okay, 4 swords and 8 of swords. So at first we're not thinking about something at all, and then we're constantly thinking about it. There's a death card. There's Scorpio. So I guess their emotions. All right, the 9 of Pentacles, Queen of Swords. There's the truth, King of Wands, 6 of Wands, and then the 4 of Wands. Or maybe so in Scorpio's reading, they were emotional because people could see the truth about them. So maybe you're the first person to show that, just depending on if that's your scenario. What's the death card here though in your reading? Okay, fight. So like a distraction or a conflict. What's the or they're conflicted? What's the conflict about? Or the fight about? Okay, what somebody is saying. What is somebody? Yeah, they may argue about this because we remember in the Scorpio reading, they were kind of emotional because of what other people were saying, or what they noticed. What did somebody say here? So they may argue about this, or something could also be a distraction from what actually needs to be said. But what is somebody able to say, or what are they saying? They're saying something is a superstition. They're saying something is fake. they're saying something is not real. So somebody may challenge that or get upset, or they could also be warning people of something. If it's something that's fake, what's the fake thing? Something is literally a superstition. They're like, yeah, that's not even real. Like, why are you worried about that? Or you're overthinking it. What's not real here? Fluidity and humor. It's like, no, there's no need to experiment. There's no need to experiment. There is no real ebbs and flows. Something is actually stagnant. If they're warning somebody about something, what are they warning people here? Something, they're like, no, that's not real. It doesn't change. It's not fluid. There's nothing to experiment with. It's always the same. What are they warning people about? If they're warning somebody with superstition, mood. I literally just said Libra's reading is that they're sad or they regret something. And I said that it's necessary for you to pay attention to what makes you sad. So somebody's like, no, that doesn't change. That is going to make you sad. That is going to bother you. You will regret doing that. That's not going to change. There's nothing fluid with that. It's not going to shift. So somebody's going to like challenge that. So with fight, what does somebody want? I guess they're going to try to say the opposite. They're either conflicted about what was said. They're like, look, that's not going to change. You're going to be sad about that. Don't keep doing it. You don't need to experiment with it. I'm warning you, you're going to regret that, so on and so forth. What is somebody trying to say instead or distract with? Let's see. Yeah, potential and mood. So somebody's like, no, that isn't going to be a regret. That isn't. I feel like, too, somebody's like, no, that's just one person, or, you know, that just made that one person sad or something like that. I feel like you're going to be the one to call this out or see this. So it's like, no, that, or it's like, no, they treat everybody like that. Or no, that's always going to be wrong. That you're always going to regret doing that. What are we going to, ooh. What are we going to regret here? Let's see. Yeah, it's like a religious belief system with spirituality coming out. I just said that. So I said with Scorpio, the thing that was making them sad was a religious belief system. Libra was actually, they needed to feel the sadness or the shame so that they could fix their mistake. What you're supposed to lead people to do is hustle, maybe see their abundance, right? So when we talk about spirituality making you feel sad or shameful, it's when you think you need to be humble, or, you know, thinking you don't deserve certain things. A lot of religions tell you like you'll get your gifts when you die. Like you're supposed to struggle your whole life and then you go to heaven, you know, like that. What is that Nina Simone quote where she said that they convince, what did she say? They convince you that your heaven is in the sky while they build theirs here on earth, or something like that. It's like, no, you're abundant right now. So I feel like you're teaching somebody that, or it's like, no, you have good opportunities, or you can make money doing this, or, you know, you deserve to do this, that, and the third. So I feel like that's what you're leading people to do or believe, or something like that. All right, what's the outcome for you, Cancers? And then we're going to do Gemini, Taurus, and Aries. What's the outcome for the Cancers? Yeah, guidance and confidence. I feel like that's what you're going to guide somebody to do. You lead them to believe that they can do something on their own or independently, or you're going to make somebody feel, you know, really secure within themselves. That's a good energy. But you might even, that might be like financial. Like you're going to teach somebody how to like make something here. How to actually make money doing something. Geminis are up next. If you're just now joining, we went backwards, so we're almost done. We just have Gemini, Taurus, and Aries left. The rest of the signs, everything will be time stamped. All right, Geminis. What's the scenario surrounding the Geminis here? Okay, innovation. Virgo came out is innovation as well, but there is that this could be manipulation. So, you know, either way it could go, but we have all the tools to create something. What are we able to create here with innovation? Okay, leadership. So hopefully a Cancer still watching this. That looks like don't manipulate the Cancer, but yeah, see this, okay, so this is Cancer and this is Scorpio. And then there's the worry and vision. So I feel like it looks like a Scorpio is worried that a Cancer can see that they're selfish or something. If these are people, there's a couple of people, and like one can realize that another is fighting them or trying to distract them because they don't want to look like they're selfish, but they are. But I feel like whatever a Cancer is doing, everybody can see that a Scorpio is selfish or something like that. If that's not their signs, it's like one person can see that the other individual is trying to distract somebody from the fact, like, no, the core of this is that you're doing something for yourself. You love yourself. You're doing something to make yourself feel comfortable, and we can see it. You're gonna show that, or somebody else is showing that. What role do you play here, Geminis? Okay, you're in the strength energy, so you're in Leo energy right now. All right, so you have the strength to do something, or you're kind of wielding your strength in this scenario. I'm also getting you're repetitively doing something and you're able to kind of keep that up. What other energy should you be in, Geminis? Yeah, okay, so connectivity. Don't change your perspective. Because this is 8 and this is 8. Like in the regular tarot, this is the 8 of Swords, and this is the Strength card, which is 8. So it's like don't break your perspective. Keep your perspective. Okay, perspective on what? Don't change. This is not a good time to change your mind. Perspective on what? I'm also getting to continuously think about something until you figure it out if you need to. But what are we thinking about? Perspective on what here? Okay, resistance. Resisting what? So, okay, defiance. The perspective that you have on resisting breaking rules and regulations, keep that. Whatever that perspective is, keep that perspective. What is the rule here that people want to break? Okay, dominance over what? Interesting, peace. So you're like, no, people keep trying to... we're going to keep everything peaceful. We're going to keep everything peaceful. Resist going against that. Resist, like, it's okay to keep something peaceful. Let's see. It's okay to not think about something. I feel like you're constantly thinking about this, and you should keep this. You need to keep this perspective. It's like somebody's trying to keep the peace. Other people are trying to resist breaking that rule. However you look at that. I don't know. I feel like you're like, no, you shouldn't keep the peace. Or let's see. I don't know. Okay, the Ace of Wands, the Star. So there's your inspiration, or an Aquarius is inspired to manipulate the Seven of Cups. Okay, so something inspires somebody to like keep making something confusing. You want to make something confusing, or you keep searching for it. You're going to keep searching for it. You're going to keep wanting to look, or what? Now I'm a little confused. What's this Seven of Cups? What are we looking for? Right, focus. Okay, determination. Determined or focused on what? People are like, what should I focus on? Okay, self-love. But it looks like somebody's confused about that. Somebody's trying to focus on themselves or making themselves feel comfortable. That's all somebody is doing. Somebody is focused on caring for themselves, period. It's almost like they're trying to make it look like it's what does somebody want it to look like? Like that's not what they're focused on. It's like, no, everybody's focused on making themselves comfortable. Potential dominance, transition, and versatility. What are people doing to make themselves feel comfortable here? Rebellion. It's almost like you have a group of people. Everybody's trying to make sure they can go against these loopholes. Everybody's trying to make sure that they're doing something themselves. For themselves, that they're different, that they're outside the box. That's what everybody's trying to do in this scenario. What role do you play in these 8 cards? Either the case, you're, okay, superstition. So that's your perspective. You don't trust something. And I don't think you should change that. What don't you trust right here? You either don't trust a person, or what don't you trust? Okay, it looks like that you're like, no, that's not true. You're like, no, I don't think I know the truth. I don't think I see the truth. That's not the truth. You don't trust that something is the truth. You're right about that is what I'm getting. I feel like you should continue to keep that mindset. Like, basically, you should not take things at face value. All right, you know not to do that. You're like, no, I'm going to always question something. I'm going to always think about something. What are people trying to say? Something is the truth about what, really quick? You're like, no, I don't think I see the truth yet. I don't think that's the truth. I don't think that's real. Okay, you got knowledge, personality, and hustle. All right, so maybe somebody doesn't really know what somebody's trying to pretend like they know what they're talking about. So remember, Cancer was the one that does know. They're supposed to lead somebody or something like that. What is somebody trying to say that they know here? It's like, no, I don't think you really know that, or you don't really have that information. So you're going to continue, because this is like, we live in a world where nobody knows everything. So don't assume that somebody knows everything or something like that. But what are they saying they have knowledge on? Yeah, mystery. Somebody doesn't know the secret behind something. Somebody's like, oh yeah, I know the secret. And no, they don't. Somebody doesn't really know. Nobody really knows. It's like, okay, one person acting like they know the secret to life or the secret to this. Nobody knows everything. So you are right to question something. The secret behind what? Cancer style? I just said that Cancer was supposed to lead somebody to... So somebody, yeah, a Cancer was the leader here. They're supposed to be leading or initiating something because they can visibly see it. Cancer came out also for Leo, Pisces, and Aquarius. So if you're dealing with those signs, somebody doesn't know what happened with a Leo, Pisces, Aquarius, or like nobody really knows the secret behind like how to do something. Everybody is, at the end of the day, focused on something that makes them feel comfortable. So if somebody, I don't know what this would be about, but like say somebody's like, yeah, I know how to do blah, blah, blah. No, they don't. Keep asking questions. What's the outcome for you, Geminis? Okay, healing self-esteem. Yeah. If this is you and this is how you operate, you're like, no, I'm always going to question something. It's okay for you to be isolated, left out, different. But healing self-esteem is good because it doesn't make, like, what would make you feel insecure? Oh, you know what this could be too? When nobody knows like the secret to life. Nobody has like automatic secret sauce. Nobody just, maybe you're looking at somebody like, oh, how do they know that? Or how are they like that? Nobody knows everything. I feel like that's what you need to know. But what might make you feel left out or insecure or different? Okay, defiance. That you don't agree with something. You don't agree with something. You have no loyalty to it. You're like, I don't believe in that. I don't want to agree with that. All right. Yeah, that's your outcome. Okay, y'all. That was Gemini. We got Taurus and Aries left. Let's see. Got Taurus and Aries left. My stomach growling. Hopefully y'all can hear it. Let's say 156. All right, Taurus. Turkey bacon be like, oh no. It's not nasty. It's just the texture is odd, but I be wondering. Thank you for the follow. I be wondering if it's really healthier because it's just as salty. All right, Tauruses. Mystery. Same thing as Scorpio. We did pull Scorpio and Taurus together, so I guess there's a secret in your reading. You guys are opposites. Same thing I gave Scorpio. We're just, if the secret is something that needs to be kept, then we'll keep it. And the reading might be kind of short because people cross-watch. But if it's something that you need to hear, then we will do it. First of all, what role do you play here, Taurus, in your reading? Let's see. And then tomorrow we will go the other way. Okay, so your rebellion in your own reading, you're going against the grain a little bit here. What is the rule here that is supposed to be followed or the norm? Oh, mystery again. Okay, so something is supposed to be a secret, or you're supposed to be confused about something. Maybe something's supposed to be hidden from you. What are you doing that's different here, Taurus? Scorpio is also secrets. Okay, potential. Something's not hidden from you. You can see it. You're looking at it. It look like you're going through somebody's phone or something. Or you're looking at something you're not supposed to be looking at. What's supposed to be hidden? So you're being nosy or all right, so this is you. All right, what's supposed to be hidden from you then? So we could just say it, I guess. Okay, yeah, conversation. You're going through somebody's phone or you're eavesdropping. This looks like a Libra resisting a Scorpio, or this Libra is sad. This looks like you're in a Libra's conversation or something like that. Okay, so you're looking at somebody's conversation you're not supposed to. Okay. Who's talking? So we're just gonna, I guess we're gonna tell on you because you're being nosy or something. All right, who's talking? Let's see. You're not supposed to even be seeing it. Okay, pride. So somebody would be talking in front of a group of people here. The Six of Wands. The pride card can be a Leo. But okay. So they're talking. What are they saying? You're not even supposed to see it. Okay. What are they saying here? Resist what? Personality? What? So somebody's like, no, don't tell somebody this, and you see it anyway? Or, okay, personality. What part of personality? Somebody's like, yeah, I resist this part of myself. Or somebody's like, yeah, don't tell people that. Yeah, mood. That was in the what reading? So this is like, if somebody's watching readings, you know all of somebody's placements or something like that. This part of somebody's personality, when they're sad, they decide to focus on themselves. They pacify themselves. So don't pacify. That's what you're watching. Somebody's like, hey, I know you're sad. I know you don't feel good, but try not to do that. Don't just do something selfish. Don't distract yourself. You know, don't pacify yourself. But I feel like you're not supposed to be seeing the conversation. It's not like this conversation is not for you. Why is the conversation hidden from you? Why shouldn't you see it? I feel like you're going through somebody's phone, or you're on, like, this would be like somebody blocked you from social media and you're watching them anyway. You're using a fake page anyway. I will say Taurus and Scorpio, Taurus are stalkers. They are stalkers. That they say like Scorpio is a spy, but I don't know. I feel like that polarity is more on the Tauruses. Taurus is nosy as hell. Like I was stalked by a Taurus for like 7 years, literally on every platform I had. She used so many pages to stalk me. I was like, bruh, I'm not that interesting. Like Taurus, I know a couple Tauruses that they stalk. So you're not supposed to even see the conversation, but what are you, okay, so what are you looking for, Taurus? What are you looking for? You're looking for humor. Sagittarius was supposed to be humor, so I don't know if you're looking for an actual Sagittarius. Maybe you're trying to see if somebody is happy. They're sad. You're trying to see if somebody is happy, and you're gonna find out in a conversation that they're actually sad, or that they're actually regretful. In the Libra reading, the Libra, they were sad because of you or something like that, and you see this reading, or you saw me say that, or something. Like, you're not supposed to see it though. So why is it hidden from you? Okay, it's the truth, or I mean, that's just the truth. They don't want, I don't think I don't know why you're not supposed to be included. All right, what other energy are you supposed to be in, Taurus? I feel like, too, if somebody blocked you and they don't want to talk to you, they don't want you to see something. All right, what other energy are you supposed to be in? Okay, so it looks, okay, potential. Maybe you're supposed to see it. Yeah, you're supposed to see this. Because I feel like maybe somebody's lying to you, acting like they're happy and they're not, or... All right, let's see. What else are you supposed to see here when you're... Because while you're snooping, or while you're listening to somebody's conversation, or while you see this, what are you supposed to take from this information? Guidance. Okay, so you need to know that somebody's saying that they regret something. You need to... What are you guided to do here, Taurus? You need to actually listen to it. So, all right, you got power, angel, superstition, and vision. And then defense. So we can see a blockage. Are you blocked? Let's see. You're supposed to listen and you're not. So if you're going to snoop through something, or you're going to watch something that you're not supposed to see, you need to actually take heed to it, or actually listen to it. Like, don't just snoop just to snoop, or something like that. All right. You could be dealing with a Sagittarius with the angel card. Let's see. So you have the Six of Swords. Yeah, the Knight of Wands, the Moon, the Eight of Pentacles, King of Cups. You got the Five of Swords, Queen of Swords, and then the Five of Wands. And then I'm going to, these 4 cards, because here you go, Taurus, you got 555 out as well. It's like somebody comes to you asking for something. You're treating 2 people differently. One person has to leave and you're being sympathetic to another person. Or something along those lines. Let's clarify it. I have a lot of cards here. But somebody doesn't really want you to see the truth about what? I guess you. I don't know if somebody's talking about you. All right, dominance. What is the truth here? What's the dominant energy in this scenario? Self-esteem. And what does it have dominance over? Somebody feels left out or isolated or offended. What is that controlling? You, Taurus. So maybe this is you. Maybe you need to see, like, I hate to say this, yeah, connectivity and passion. So it's almost like you're going to see somebody talking about you, and you need to realize, like, okay, your insecurities or feeling left out, or like the desire to be included, that's controlling you. Literally, you're the respect card, you're the Hierophant. And you're going to see this in a conversation. So don't get offended by this reading, but that's kind of what you're going to figure out. Like, so what makes you feel insecure? That's what you need to think about, or that's why you need the guidance. Because it's almost like you don't want to feel left out so bad that it's like controlling your decisions. What's triggering your self-esteem here real quick? So dominance again. Damn. So if it's like an energy where somebody else has control over something, and that makes you feel insecure, and you're moving differently because of that. So what does this individual have dominance or control over? It's like another person can control maybe themselves, but it's like something is controlling you. Yeah, this person's able to control their focus. They're like, okay, now I'm focused on this. What is someone else focused on? They've got rebellion. Your rebellion. It's almost like y'all are looking at each other. This is weird. I don't. What are you doing in the Hierophant, though? What would you actually do if you were confident, I'm assuming? Is what we should... Okay, a different perspective. It's like you're watching something, you're observing it, you're trying to figure out, like, something's supposed to be hidden from you. What is your current perspective, Taurus, on what you're reading, what you're seeing? It's like you see something, you get offended, you get upset, or you feel isolated, and then you go do something. It has like control over you. What is your current perspective? Okay, ambition. How should you view a scenario? I see the Eight of Pentacles. Ambition again. This is confusing. It would be like, I don't know how to even explain this. I don't know what you're looking at. I don't know what you're viewing, because something's supposed to be hidden from you, but you're sneaking and watching it, or you're able to see it. You view something as like it's a job, or somebody's building it up. We have the Eight of Pentacles, but it's almost like it would be like you see somebody doing their job and you're taking offense to it, or you feel singled out. It's almost like I know they're doing their job. I know they're at work. I know they're focused on their job, but you're still getting offended. And your perspective needs to be, no, this is their job. I don't know. I don't know what to... So this is somebody outside of you. Like, if this is your career, keep everything as professional as possible. Keep working on something. Keep building something. What is somebody doing professionally? Because it's like, I guess we need to get to why somebody's doing something, because that's what's offending you, I'm assuming. Yeah, leadership. So maybe somebody's a manager, teacher, like they take care of children, or they're doing something new that you've never seen somebody do before, or they're like we said Cancer was supposed to be leadership. It's like literally somebody's just doing their job. Maybe this is your leader. Maybe this is your manager, and you're upset about what they're telling you. It's like, no, that's just my job. Like, why are you getting offended? But it's odd, because it's like, somebody's doing their job. what should you do here with leadership? Seriously, like, so it says power, but what else should you do? Like, what is your power? It's like you need to take your power back, Taurus. Got inspiration, hustle, and style. So an Aquarius and a Cancer working together. Maybe that's what bothers you, or maybe you're bothered that this Cancer can do a certain job because they receive money from an Aquarius or something like that. It's like, why? Who can? I don't know why that's offending you. I don't know what to tell you. I don't know why you feel insecure. I'm sorry. I don't know. I wish I had a piece of advice to give you, but because it's like you see it, you know somebody's working, you know somebody's being professional, but for some reason that bothers you. What's the outcome for you, Taurus? Maybe it'll make sense the next reading. Yeah, change. Okay, so what's the current state here? So something is going to change. You have versatility. What does it change into? That's the Empress energy. What is it going to change into here? Okay, confidence, the Nine of Pentacles. Yeah, voice. So I feel like somebody is okay to speak up for themselves, or they're talking. Yeah, intuition and self-esteem is at the bottom. So it's like, yeah, somebody's just doing their job. I feel like you're not supposed to see it anyway. It's almost like somebody's doing their job, giving information. You go and sneak and see the information, and it bothers you. But you weren't supposed to see it anyway. So when you see this, what you need to realize is that why are you allowing, literally, this is what has control over you, being offended or feeling self-centered. I mean, not self-centered, but feeling like left out. Like, so it's like when I do readings, right? Say I'm doing a reading and I say so-and-so had an issue with Taurus. It is what it is. You're not going to get along with everybody, or you're not going to have the same effect on every sign. Or like if I say, okay, so in this reading, right, in Libra's reading, they regretted something with a Taurus. A Taurus is watching that. They get offended. One, you're not the only Taurus in the world. They could have an issue with another Taurus. Two, if they do have an issue with you, that's their journey. That's their life. That's what they're supposed to learn from that mistake. So it's something like that. Why are you offended by that? Everybody has mistakes with different people, or that wasn't your reading to begin with, or like it would be somebody getting mad at me and I'm just pulling the cards. That's just my job. That's what I do here. It's like, but you know that. It's like you can see a pattern, but you're still upset about it. What would make you feel more confident? Yeah, change. It's like you want this to change or something. That's just what it is. I don't know. All right, we're going to move on to Aries. Let's see. Maybe you might also want like a pattern to change, or you want somebody to take a break from doing their job, or something like that. I don't think you should take something personally is what I'm getting from that. All right, Aries is last but not least. All right, this will be time stamped up on my YouTube channel, everybody. All right, so if you're on TikTok, Kick, whatever, it will be up on the YouTube. All right, Aries. All right, what is the scenario for the Aries here? What's the situation for the Aries? Oh, spirituality flew out. So since it flew out like that, we'll keep it. Let me get another card. What else about spirituality here? That could be religion as well. Okay, mystery again. Okay, so mystery came out in Taurus. Let me see. Taurus, Scorpio, and Aries had mystery. Somebody could be hiding what they believe in or something like that, but we'll see. All right, what role do you play here, Aries? Courage. What do you have the courage to do? Vision. So you may have the courage literally to envision something for yourself. You're not afraid to have like a certain goal or a dream for yourself, but you have the courage to watch something or observe it. Okay, what are you able to observe or watch? Or you have the courage to see? You know, some people don't want to see the truth, things like that. So what do you have the courage to observe or see here? Okay, we've got transition. Okay, what was the starting point? So you can see something transitioning or changing. Transition can also be, I don't know why I'm getting death. I don't know if anybody's like creepy like that, like an Aries, but I mean, Aries is ruled by Mars like Scorpio. So I don't know if it's something like that, you know, maybe because that could be why spirituality is here. Maybe you're wondering, maybe you're like, you know, what about death or reincarnation, stuff like that. I'm not going to go too deep in the rabbit hole, but vision and transition. What's the starting point? All right, determination, focus, transition to what? Okay, angel. All right, so we got Sagittarius, Aquarius. All right, so maybe 2 Aquariuses or something. All right, so you could be watching a Sagittarius like change, because we're going from being very focused on something, determined to have something, and then there's patience or having patience. All right, you're watching the development of a Sagittarius. What were we focused on before, or what were you focused on before here? All right, controlling what? Dominance. I guess maybe controlling this person. Humor. All right, so Sag was supposed to be humor. Maybe you're trying to control somebody else or something like that. What is the Temperance doing, or what is Angel doing? So that's what you're observing. Okay, you got mood, defiance, and sexuality. So in the in the Pisces reading, it's a lot. Okay, they're all tied together. But in the angel reading, they knew what they regret, and they were making a different decision here. So they went and changed that decision. All right, or something like that. But this is what you're watching. You're watching somebody's determination or focus shift, and you're watching something change into a Sagittarius or something like that. All right, let's see. I don't know why you need courage to observe that. I don't know what the fear is or whatever. All right, but let's get 8 cards. So you have the courage to envision or see or watch a transition or a shift. The center of the reading is mystery and spirituality. All right, let's see. Get 8 cards here. All right, you got the 2 of Cups, the 5 of Wands, the 8 of Pentacles, the 10 of Cups. Okay, yeah, there's the humor. Maybe somebody is very focused on controlling what makes them happy, or controlling an entire group of people, or something like that. Okay, 3 of Wands, the Chariot, the Hermit, and the 4 of Swords. So you got Cancer, Virgo. There's the Temperance on the bottom. All right, so that looks like that's the root of it. Okay. So where are you at in these 8 cards here? So you're courageous. You're not really worried about something. All right, passion. What do you actually desire? You could be attracted, or you desire something. So you desire mood. You want somebody to feel regret. You want somebody to feel ashamed. Yeah, you want mood to come before angel. You wanted shame or sadness first, and then Sagittarius energy? What? You want regret or shame? What is somebody supposed to regret or be sad about? What? I don't know. Okay, emotions. Yeah, skill, order, and truth. There's something about emotions here. You want sadness to come first. What is Temperance had mood, though? What is the Temperance doing again? Or what is Angel doing again? What? Okay, creating focus, mystery, and perspective. So if they were sad because they came out in mood, maybe they're like, okay, I want to figure out, why do I think this way? Where did I get this from? Why am I feeling regretful or shame? Or Why do I need to experiment with fluidity? Like something, this is, what? Okay, I'm not, this doesn't really make sense, but that's why I go backwards. So the next time, maybe it'll make sense. What would be the worry? Because the center of this is courage. You have the courage to see somebody changing their focus and becoming a Sagittarius, or maybe they studied something, they became a teacher, or somebody's kind of maybe coming into their own. Why? What would be the fear? What are we afraid of? Love, maybe. Okay, love, connectivity, and self-love. It's like you wanted somebody to be, I don't know if you're afraid that somebody will fall in love, be in love with somebody else, or what does this have to do? I'm not really sure. So who is this person to you? What do they have to do with you? I don't know. Okay, you guys, self-esteem, inspiration, and fight. So I feel like there's going to be you're going to be inspired to be distracted or conflicted, or there's like an argument. What energy do you need to be in, Aries? Okay, your own power. Yeah, what do you have the power to do here? You have your own power. Okay, defiance. You don't have to listen to something. What is the rule or regulation that you're supposed to follow? Yeah, guidance. You don't have to listen to somebody else. What do you want to do instead? I feel like you get to do your own thing, or you get to be a leader. You don't have to listen to this. Okay, healing. I'm gonna pick this up because this doesn't make sense. Who would you be listening to? Just, I don't, because it's like you would be listening to a group of people hustle, and what are they guiding you to do? And then we're gonna see what you need to heal. Okay, inspiration, maybe being around an Aquarius. An Aquarius is worried about confidence. All right, what are you able to heal here? Yeah, you need courage in a scenario. So maybe somebody wants you to worry or be afraid. Yeah, order. It's like somebody has you like put shame first, or put sadness first, or what you're getting things, but you're able to get things back in order for yourself. But what are you being told to put first, or what do you believe gets put first? Yeah, finesse. I feel like too, maybe there's like this idea that like, okay, if I do something, I have to mess up first, or I have to finesse. What are you going to realize comes first? Or being intentional, you have to be intentional. What are you going to realize comes first for yourself? Or like somebody doesn't deserve for their plan to work out, or something weird. Okay, resistance. What needs to be resisted here? Potential, strength, ambition. Yeah, there's something repetitive. I'm also getting a repetitive conversation, or also like repetitively saying something. There's no need to bring this up, or could be also something with a Leo and a Virgo. I don't know. The readings always get, the last one always be a little off. So we'll reverse it next time. You guys will be first. What's the outcome for you, Aries? Okay, another opportunity. So if you're wondering if you're going to get another opportunity to do something, you do. Another opportunity to do. Still, innovation was the next card. All right, but another opportunity to do what? Here for you. Okay, to change. Yeah. I feel like something's repetitive here. Let's see. What do you get to change here for yourself? And then we'll see the result of the change. Yeah, dominance. It's like you're trying to, I don't know if somebody else has dominance over you, you're trying to control you. What do you get to change this into? So you have another opportunity to change this. Yeah, fluidity. So I feel like maybe you were trying to control something. You're trying to control the way something goes. I don't think you can control it. What are you trying to control here? It's like you're trying to control another person. You're going to learn to kind of go with the flow more. Yeah, personality. You're trying to control how somebody acts, or What part of somebody's personality? Maybe you're trying to control your own self. You're like, no, I don't want to show who I am. But what part of personality are you trying to control? Courage. You got courage, respect, innovation. So maybe somebody's like, okay, because what you're told comes first is finesse. First, you gotta mess up, or your plan is not going to work. You're like, no, I already know that this plan will work, or yeah, I don't know. All right, y'all, that was the last sign. If you just joined, this will be up on YouTube. I'm about to timestamp it when I end the video. I will go in the other direction when I come back tomorrow, so we'll be doing Aries. I don't know, it's really early in the morning. I might do another video later. It depends on how I feel. But yeah, either later today or tomorrow. But thank y'all so much for tuning in. Thank y'all for all the likes, follows, subscribing, all that good stuff. I'm gonna timestamp it. If you want personal readings, you guys subscribe to the WAP. Do not get scammed, TikTokers. That is where all the scams will be at. Please do not get scammed. I'm on Kick, TikTok, YouTube, WAP. All of my usernames are the same. No underscores, no numbers. It's EeshUrHeartOut.